Welcome to World Class Bullshitters, the epitome of pop culture. I'm your host, Jeff Hicks, and with me tonight is the one, the only, DeAndre.
Baby, boys and girls, children of all ages. The man with the plan and the original tan is hereby announcing that he is 100% behind breasted armor plating. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we all love the boobs on this channel. That man shocking in the background is the last standing Samoan Big Rig Nick Utam.
Candy corn. It's what we all love. Get used to it.
Candy corn 2020. Boom.
Yep.
And finally, American Ramrod Kendo Slice.
I was going to say, if 2020 had a theme song, it'd be "A Man, Nice Shot."
Well, it wasn't a nice enough shot. Again, the asteroid missed us.
Damn it.
So, how are we doing this week, guys? Anything crazy happen in our lives?
Just dealing with this COVID shit, man.
Yeah, man. It's a week
not
before
show up to
Thanksgiving.
work. Yeah, man. It's like, what the fuck?
It's crazy. Like you said, it is the week before Thanksgiving. So, folks, let's make tonight's show huge because next week we'll be away. It's Thanksgiving. We've never had a show on Thanksgiving. We'll never have a show on Thanksgiving. This is time for people to spend time with your families, eat copious amounts of food, and if you're really, really, really annoying, watch that Friends special where they play football in the park. So Thanksgiving is a special time for a lot of folks out there, and we've decided to just eat, drink, and be merry. So we'll be back the week after next. So we have a lot to cover this week, and I'll have the regular videos out and stuff. So let's start off the show, like we always do, and give a shout-out to our newest patrons. So, guys, we got 2 new patrons this week, the highest tiers. So, first off, we'd like to thank our friend, Edward. He joined at the highest tier. So, Edward, thank you for joining us on Patreon. And we'd also like to thank our friend Rokins. He joined today as well. So, thank you, gentlemen, both for joining us over on Patreon. We have put out the Hangover this week. It wasn't able to be recorded Sunday because we were all just too messed up. So we recorded it, and it's an hour long. It was put up last night. So for those wondering where the Hangover was, it was just extra time to get recovered, but we gave you an extra long show. So you can check that out there too. And just want to give a quick mention to our friend Paul, who listens to the Hangover over on Patreon, and he enjoys it. He says Kendo's coworkers were merely adopted by the Lions. Dion was born into them, molded by it. Dion until he was already a man, and by then nothing but disappointment.
It was blinding.
So I just wanted to read that on air. That was too funny to not.
He gets me. He gets me.
So, folks, speaking of fun, this past week we had Quarter Black Garrett on the High Council, and he was awesome. He's a fan of the channel. We're a fan of all the stuff he does, the Crowder Crew and all those guys over there. So it's cool that we got to do a little cross-style show. So go back, check that out. We had a really in-depth discussion about the Anita Sarkeesian stuff. Some of the topics we'll cover again tonight, give you the WCBS take. But we did make a very special announcement on the High Council, and it was the email list to the Steely Solo with the Fandom Menace cover, the thing we've been talking about, the secret project for
TLJ Screwjobs super chat.
Oh God,
I fucking love that guy. Sorry, I didn't mean to freaking.
Oh, it's okay.
It's so good. I fucking love that. My man.
Yeah, Dion.
He got me. He broke me in the beginning of the fucking show. God damn it.
Oh my God. God, we got a lot to cover today. But no, I wanted to share tonight to get yourselves on the mailing list to the comic. And I think tonight I'll show a little bit of the actual cover because Anna's been working on it. Oh, yeah, Anna, that Star Wars girl, painted it. I drew it, and it features the Fandom Menace. So we're going to show a little bit of that tonight. One of your favorite Fandom Menace creators, and yes, it includes Pi. So when the numbers get higher, a little more into the show, we'll show it. If we hit 1,000 right now, we'd show it, but we're going to wait a little longer because we have another show to provide you with tonight, folks. So join the email list. All it is just letting us know if you're interested. There is a day one original High Council cover, and it's really cool. So check that out, and we'll share that with you when it's completely ready. But meme winner of the week. Now, this came from our friend Miss Ninja Julian, so we wanted to share that because this made me laugh so hard. So there it is. What do you guys think of that?
I'd buy it for $1.
I'd spend more than $1.
Dance for me, Mando. Dance.
That's Anita. And
Yeah,
I'm sure
it's
she's
Anita.
not happy about it.
Right there.
Okay,
Makes
all
it
right.
good.
So, folks, for those who don't know, and you're the lucky ones, Anita Sarkeesian has been running her mouth about Star Wars, and when she runs her mouth, the fun's dead. So, thanks, Disney. You might have had it kind of going in the right direction, but Anita Sarkeesian, well, she ruined it. But I have a long-form Anita Sarkeesian video I'm working on. I was joking with Jesse. It's probably going to be the first hour-long WCBS video.
Oh my God!
It's pulled. It's going to take me a while to work on, but I'm going to make it. It's going to happen.
God, I don't know. She seems like somebody who always complains about not being able to get a date, but as soon as she gets a date, like she just like, oh yeah, I'm a feminist and these things have to happen. She seems like she's that that kind of bitch.
Oh,
She's what they call in the industry an attention whore.
I thought they just called it a whore.
Or that too.
Yeah. But Miss Ninja Julian, thank you very much for sharing this with us. I laughed so hard. Sorry, the cat jumped by the Xbox. We have a rule. Han, get down. Han. There he goes. Jesse did a good job.
They don't listen, right?
Well, you know that also Han is just caressing the Xbox, being like, "Oh, hey, beautiful, you truly belong up here with me in the clouds."
Well, the thing is, it does work because Jesse has the spray bottle, and when you say Han, get down and point the spray bottle at him, he jumps. So
there you go, Kingdom of Fear.
Yeah, she's got him conditioned. So we treat him great. They're just not allowed to touch the Xbox. By the way, folks, make sure you guys are following us on WCBS Gaming. I went ahead and I ordered Indiana Jones and the Emperor's Tomb. I'm going to be playing that. That'll be my first solo thing on the channel. So check that out. And then make sure you guys are going to follow us over on Mindless BS Gaming as well. We have a Twitch channel. We follow WCBS as well as Dion. And we did an hour test stream of Halo, the first campaign level on Legendary. Yeah. So that was fun. We're working out the kinks with the Xbox. There are still problems with getting the camera and the mic set up. So if you did catch that stream, no, we don't intend to not show ourselves on camera.
You might have to use OBS because that's what I'd end up using for one of the streams for I think Little Hope.
Yep.
Yeah, I had to use the Elgato Stream Deck and then OBS and the camera and like a moron, I used my podcast mic instead of a headset. So.
I would love to use the podcast mic because I don't want a headset at all.
I use my snowball.
Is that what you call Hillary?
Well, no, she's my snow bunny. She's my snow bunny. That's a little different, you know what I'm saying?
That's a lot different.
Sorry, Anita. I'm taking, baby. Yeah. Remember I told you I was going to take you out? I lied!
Dion, that's the first white lady you're turning down. I'm proud of you, brother.
Listen, it takes a lot. It takes a lot, That being said, it also helps that
literally
at this point, shut up. At this point, when someone has proven that they're an idiot, I don't take them seriously. So I'm at this point now, and I'm glad that the majority of the Phantom Menace specifically and the internet just doesn't take her seriously. So anytime she opens her mouth, I'm just like, okay, you open the door, especially that we know that you're a liar and a scam artist. I'm just going to make fun of you and say silly shit because clearly we know you listen.
Well, one thing about her, though, Dion, and this is my main takeaway from it, because, look, I'm all about making fun of these stupid people and hoping they go away and all this stuff. But the problem with Anita Sarkeesian is it's too late. She's connected. It's not about, we can laugh her off the internet. She's got the ear of people. She's the reason why comics and games and movies and all this shit is what it is today. Because she's connected to the right people. You don't have... Remember, folks, it's all about the right and the wrong think in the world today. Look at social media. You don't have the right opinion, you're banned from Facebook. Every day we get closer and closer to that episode of Black Mirror social media cred where, what country... Is there some country in Asia that currently has that? Where you have some kind of like social media ranking.
That's China. No, that's China. That's China.
Right? China has it. So
it's all it's basically an AI system that grades your a number, like a social security number, and then like if you buy too much alcohol, your rating goes down, or if you do certain things, rating goes up, and it's a whole reward system that that they've gotten. It's really weird.
But to your point, the only reason I say that you're while very eloquently put together, very well articulated, and very insightful, you're 100% wrong. Because everything she has done, and say it with me, boys, has failed. Everything. No, she couldn't even do a fucking... And again, I'm not... You're right on the fact... Why does
The Last of Us 2 exist with all the bullshit? Dude, the thing is, she won.
That's why... That's not... She didn't win. That was...
A $4,000 Kickstarter raised $160,000 in pocket at almost all of it.
But the thing... I'm not worried about
exactly.
that. No, but that's all I'm talking about, dude. She is the reason why the reason why the game culture exists. I made a point on the High Council on Tuesday. We went back in the Wayback Machine. We looked at how video game journalism was reported. It wasn't until this woman brings her feminist frequency shit in that we have to have the conversation about strong women in gaming and this and that. Before, it was just gaming. It's like you went to IGN in the year 2006. Jean Grey was the title image about the most powerful X-Men characters. There was an article about Kurt Schilling and what the PlayStation 3 was going to be. There was nothing about white guilt. Kotaku wouldn't do what it does without the Anita Sarkeesian effect.
The video game industry shifted the way they make games because of her made-up statistic about the number of women who game.
Yeah, she just flat out, dude.
I'm not denying that she has had an effect. I'm not saying she hasn't had an effect. I wholeheartedly agree with that. That's the danger, but I would not say that she won. I mean, if anything, she's done more damage to herself and her name brand than anything else. And again, shit like what has happened to IGN and shit like what has happened to Kotaku, and we got this covered and all this shit, and obviously the whole Gamergate thing. That's undeniable. But my point being is, while we have to deal with this shit, and yeah, it's incredibly fucking annoying. Everything she's done, especially she's a damaged fucking brand. So no matter what she says, even because when she was supposed to start writing for what fucking game in 2018, I can't remember off the top of my head.
Cyberpunk, where she tried to extort him.
Right, exactly. And she fucking got silently let go from the fucking project. Then she was supposed to be. Then she was supposed. Yeah.
The fact that she's part of the project shows that she won. Her stupidity, she convinced people.
She got laughed by the internet after this shit. Even her people who are already following her on Twitter are already just like, yeah, that's not a thing. So I'm not saying, obviously, yeah, she's got but that's half the shit that we talk about on here is how stupid Hollywood is. They're following the fad. They're not genuinely taking an objective look at who they bring into their projects and stuff. Obviously, seeing stuff with her and Ryan Johnson and that other Tim Miller and all these other dummies, for sure, obviously, right? But they're getting laughed at. Just as great and as hard as Sony is failing, Anita Sarkeesian has looked as a fucking joke. Yeah, that's gonna take long to get her mouth away from the ears of everyone that has actual creative power in the gaming industry. Yeah, but she looks like an idiot, and she is 100% already been proven to be a snake oil salesman.
The thing
everything she's done,
I agree with all those things, but she keeps. The thing is, it's not about getting laughed at off the internet.
Name one loudmouth in any industry that just goes away. This is what they do. Whether it's Anita Sarkeesian, obviously now with Ryan Johnson, the dude's still getting movies, but that motherfucker.
Ryan Johnson. Here's the thing: Ryan Johnson and Anita Sarkeesian are two different people. Ryan Johnson,
obviously.
Yeah, but he actually created stuff. It sucks, but he's a creator.
Right.
He's made films. You can hate him, you can like him. You thought Knives Out was all right, didn't you?
Yeah.
It's better than The Last Jedi, and I agree with that 100%. But my point is, Anita Sarkeesian can't create. She's never created. She has glommed on to whatever industry and brought in that feminist frequency brand, and they always buy in. There's no industry that went, no, we're not taking whatever, because they make products that reflect the bullshit she promotes. If here's the thing, if we went out and we're like, oh, we're going to promote everybody needs blue cucumber or something like that. You promote it and you say, if you don't buy it, you're a sexist or whatever, and nobody bought it, means it didn't work. But if for some dumb reason, blue cucumbers took off because we said so and guilted people into buying it, and other people forced the consumers, that's the only one that exists now. They don't make regular cucumbers. They're all blue and they suck. Because the industry forced that on you. Anita Sarkeesian has painted the cucumbers blue. She's forced the industry somehow. I don't know what she's done, but she is way more powerful. And the whole entertainment industry, it reflects that brand that she created, and people want that approval. They're looking for the academic approval for their projects, because a lot of these people are so removed from reality. It's like, I don't care if my project makes $1 trillion. I need to feel validated in this category. And she is the reason, too, why the environment exists for Ghostbusters 2016. Because we've had that conversation for years, and it's all about her and the damaging nature she's had.
And I agree. But again, like I said, that pendulum is swimming. It has failed. We still got to deal with it. But the numbers don't fucking lie. She brought up the aura and the atmosphere that we have to deal with the Ghostbusters 2016. But they lost $70 million fucking dollars.
Oh, you just think it always loses, dude.
Right. So I'm just saying, yeah, that's why, it's the conversation continues, not because that they feel that she's saying so, it's because people get so, especially on Twitter, obviously we say it all the time, that fucking echo chamber, she'll say something and everybody just starts throwing haymakers instead of sitting back and saying, that's dumb. Like, that's stupid. That's why I love making fun of her. People love to forget about the fact that she scammed all these people to make a documentary out of hundreds of thousands of dollars, and we still have got nothing. Like like people keep bringing that shit up. She's gonna keep talking. Of course, there's a reason why she waited until episode 2 of the fucking Mandalorian. Not because she actually watched the show or gives a shit. It's because no one's talking about me right now. Mandalorians came out. Everyone's fucking loving it. At least, the episode 3 was a little bit better than episode 2. I'm gonna say some crazy shit on Twitter, and people are gonna react.
Well, here's my question about her in The Mandalorian this week: will this week's episode pass the Anita test? See, folks, from now on, we're gonna ask if each episode passed the Anita test. It's like the Bechdel test and equally useless. So we're just gonna make fun of it constantly.
Listen, well, if the main character dies and a woman takes over, then yeah, it'll pass the Anita test.
Oh yeah, easily.
I'm gonna guess. The thing is, like, she bitched about boobs, and everybody likes boobs. Men, women,
yes.
Everybody likes boobs. The fact that you attack that shit, and it's fun to hear Jesse and Anna on the matriarchy talk about it because they're women. Jesse does a combat sport. They wear armor over their boobs, and they can show you that Anita Sarkeesian is so far removed from reality. She's bitching to bitch. She is looking for attention. That is not up for debate.
Why does she hate boobs? What is wrong? What happened?
Because she wishes she was a dude.
I mean, there's a surgery for that she can totally get. So
she's not very committed.
Dude, her personality is not going to change with her gender. So whatever. She's a shit anyway. So
she's just a shit person all the way through.
So let's move on from her. We were going to talk about, this was just meant to be a meme of the week. We talked about her a little too long, but man, let's see. Dean Domino did send in a topical super chat. He says, as much as I dislike the grifter, I think she mainly is a puppet for activist groups. They used her to bring their politics mainstream, then tossed her. She was a puppet, all right. But like I said, she's the face of the damage. There's really nobody else that, is as damaging to our entertainment sphere. So whatever happens to her, whatever happens to her. I don't wish her anything bad on her, but she's a pariah. And I love talking about I want to say contributions to popular culture, but what she took away. So, it's fun how people want to say, like, oh, don't talk about them, they'll go away. I'm like, look, this isn't a Nightmare on Elm Street. All right, you can't just wish for them to go away. That's not how the real world works. So she's around. She's gonna be around. But why not remind everybody who she is?
Well, there's nothing wrong with that, but there's a difference in acknowledging what she is and giving her more credit than what she deserves.
Oh, I don't think it's fair to take away her credit. She definitely deserves all the credit I give her. She's the worst. You can't get any worse than the worst.
I don't know. She's definitely on the list, but to pretend that she's at the top is...
I can't think of anyone more damaging to popular culture. Honestly, name somebody. Kathleen Kennedy's ass is involved with Star Wars and Indiana Jones. Kathleen Kennedy bought into this bullshit. Anita Sarkeesian set up the fucking platform, the environment for feminism in Star Wars. Before women liked Star Wars, everybody liked Star Wars. Then it became a platform for feminism. Then games became a platform for feminism. If Anita Sarkeesian and her bullshit didn't take off, Captain Marvel wouldn't have got made. There wouldn't be Miss Marvel. The fucking Avengers game wouldn't have flopped and lost money for people that have no investment in the politics behind the choice of Kamala Khan. She created the environment. She set it up. It's because of feminist frequency. It's the world we live in, and entertainment is dog shit. And thankfully, everyone realizes how stupid she was, and that's why this game is a failure, and everything associated with social justice is a failure. That's why it's an ironic term. So history will not be kind to that woman, and I'm so thankful for it.
I agree with Jeff.
TLJ Screwjob says Neil Cuckman, all he did was watch a few of Anita's videos and realized he almost made a toxic game, The Last of Us 1. Thank her for The Last of Us 2.
Jeez. Ooh. Well, to everybody's point, the only thing I can say is, vote with your wallet. Yeah, that's all I can say. Probably that's the most important thing. Is vote with your wallet. If you don't like it, if it's woke, if it's bullshit, don't buy it.
Which is what most people do.
Yeah.
Hence why this stuff doesn't work.
It never will. Go Big Board, Go Home says Anita Sarkeesian is the Vince Russo of the gaming entertainment world. Bro.
Feminist agenda on a pole match.
Dude, we need to get Judy Bagwell involved. Is she still around?
No,
Yeah,
I think
Judy
she
Bagwell's
died.
still alive as far as I know.
I don't think so. I thought she died. Did she die semi-recently?
I
Yeah,
hope
she
not.
fell off the forklift.
Damn.
Did you? Speaking
Bro.
of,
Oh wait, no. I
It's a
thought that was
bro.
I thought that was Lena Dunham.
I couldn't lift her.
No.
Look at Vince Russo. Vince Russo, I love him. He contributed a lot to wrestling, and he's just fun. He's not like Dave Meltzer. To me, Dave Meltzer and Anita Sarkeesian are the same. That's what they each are.
I could live with that
Yes, I would
comparison.
agree.
I'm just saying, like, that's what I think she is, because Dave Meltzer does influence a lot of wrestling ratings and the flippy dippy shit that AEW brings compared
Not
to
in
the
a good
boring
way.
crap of WWE. So to me, they're 1-to-1, and I think the industry doesn't need either. Cesario Japan, thank you very much. He says, "Oh, cool, the Drosputin Mando Anita image." Saw another one by Deputy Rust Art on Twitter that mocks Boobgate. I sent the link real quick. Let's see if I can find this.
We saw that one in the matriarchy too.
Oh, you did? Was it pretty funny? So let's, while I'm looking that up, our friend Barney, though, Nucleosaurus Reek says, "Please listen to Because Boobs by Psycho Stick. You're welcome." We can I'll watch that off air. Oh yeah, I didn't get a chance to actually introduce the show to everybody. We got a lot to cover. We're gonna
You heard Anita Sarkeesian, and then your blood just started boiling.
Saw
in
red.
your ears. Yeah, you
I'm
just saw red.
sorry.
It's like,
Yeah.
fuck.
It's like when
Red
Dion.
mist.
Oh, Dion, it's the opposite effect you have when you see a white lady you like. You know, we've all been there. I turned into fucking Cujo, and she is.
So wait, hold on. So what you're saying is it's like when Dion sees a horse. Is that what you're saying?
I'm not afraid of Anita Sarkeesian though.
Okay, all right.
Oh, dude,
I'm not
Dion.
afraid of horses, motherfucker.
Oh, you're about to be, 'cause I have a horse story for you this week.
Yes.
Yeah, not sorry. But we're going to be talking about this new event. There's a new James Bond video game coming out. There's some more stuff about Margot Robbie. So last week, Johnny Depp lost. The world made whatever. And now he's getting emasculated again because Pirates of the Caribbean is becoming a girl power franchise. We have the news to talk about.
Boy.
That sounds fun. And Cuties is on the list to be nominated for an Oscar. So,
Of course it is. Of course it is.
and you know what? And guess what? Disney is trying to steal royalties from the very first Star Wars author, Alan
Oh
James.
my god.
Yeah, so this is one of those fucking shows
What?
where it's just going to be
Trying to shove it all in before the end of the fucking year, aren't you? Jeez.
You know, hold on though. I'm ending with the most positive story of the year. And I'm not going to tell anybody what it is yet until we get there. So folks, keep watching and it won't disappoint because it made me happy too.
Okay, good.
So I'm going to keep looking for that for a second, Cesario Japan, because it's taken me a second. But let's see. Let's start talking about our first topic tonight. So Margot Robbie. Let's put a picture of her because nobody can complain about that, right?
No.
While I pull that up, Dion, favorite Margot Robbie role?
Fucking Wolf of Wall Street, easily.
Dion or Kendo, same question.
Wolf of Wall Street for two very obvious reasons.
Mm-hmm. Nick?
I'm going to go Wolf of Wall Street, Alex.
Sadly, I've not seen Wolf of Wall Street, so I'm going to go with Wolf of Wall Street, that one scene. Anyway, so let's put a picture of Margot Robbie up there, right there. So, now, Pirates of the Caribbean is a fun franchise. I have seen the first one in theaters, and then I kind of missed the rest. What do your guys take away from Pirates of the Caribbean as a franchise?
I mean, it's all right. I'm not a huge fan, but you know, I get why people like it. It's a fun little adventure flick. You know, not the end of the world, but you know, not gonna fucking set the world on fire either.
Yeah, that's the one. What about you guys?
I liked the first one, but after that, I just stopped caring.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I feel like. The first one was really good, and then it's just kind of like, okay, you're doing the same thing over and over again. Cool, this is awesome.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, Birds of Prey star Margot Robbie promises lots of girl power in Pirates of the Caribbean. Isn't that what you guys want?
If by girl power she means shower scenes on the ship, then that's cool. I'm down for that. But if not, then I'm not gonna watch this.
That's a different Pirates movie, Nick. You can find it easily. It's
Is that the
Okay,
actual
all right.
highest
one?
budgeted.
It was the highest budgeted porn film ever made at the time, and then they eclipsed that by making Pirates 2. But yeah, she'll see plenty of that in that movie.
Gotcha. All right, so I need to watch that one, not this one. Okay.
Yeah. Would you like more reasons why you should not watch this film, folks?
Yes.
So, earlier this year, we got word that Disney's female-fronted Pirates of the Caribbean movie had enlisted Birds of Prey star Margot Robbie to take the lead. 2020 is so broken that she is the Birds of Prey star still. She hasn't broken out of that. Normally, she's just Margot Robbie, but now she's Birds of Prey star because that's her last film. This has got to be... It's going to be embarrassing. It's like, oh, what are you involved with? Nothing much. I was in Birds of Prey, and that's all people are going to talk about for a while. So hopefully... Never mind. Moving on. I hate Birds of Prey. Fuck it. Anyway, the actress seemed hesitant to talk about the project during a recent interview, but she now confirmed her involvement. While chatting with Collider, Robbie was asked what the new Pirates of the Caribbean will bring to the long-running franchise. Lots of girl power, she responded. So exactly. Nothing new. But she goes on about this nothing. She says, no, it's too early to talk about it. I love Christina Hodgson. Obviously, I'm not the producer on Pirates, so I'll sit back and kind of wait for the process. We're really, really excited at the prospect of adding, obviously, very key female elements to the world. So isn't that awesome, guys, that a new franchise, a.k.a. remake of an old franchise, instead of telling you an exciting adventure on the high seas, it's girl powers first. Do we remember
totally,
first with Ghostbusters worked out? Or remember last year where it's a female first? It's not about women stealing jewelry and shit, robbing banks, casinos, and vaults. No, girl power, feminists first. And you know what? That movie didn't work either. Hey, Tim Miller, remember last year at Comic-Con when you opened your mouth about Dion's new favorite film, Dark Fate? Ooh, scare the fuck out of misogynistic trolls, and it flopped.
Yeah,
See,
it flopped fucking hard.
We live in a world of dissonance. Hollywood, entertainment, whatever you want to call it, they want to produce this kind of shit and they think we want it. We say no, we don't buy it. It fails and they keep making it. We can't stop. It's not about like vote with your wallet. We voted with our wallets constantly. People don't go see this shit. It doesn't work. We've voted for years and years and years.
Yeah, for the past 4 years we voted with our wallets and they don't seem to get the fucking message. Like it's, I don't know.
Yeah, because we're not buying this shit. We're not paying for it. Somebody in the chat asked earlier, did you guys actually watch Ghostbusters? Yeah, we did for the Patreon years ago.
Yeah, we did.
Yes, we
Did
did.
we pay for it? Fuck no.
No, we did not pay for it. We got to buy it. We sailed the high seas and got that movie.
Yeah, I'm friends with Paul Feig. I have very compromising photos of him.
What is he actually? Is he actually doing something manly? Is that what it is?
Shit.
Is he reaching and helping some poor woman get like something off the top shelf? Is that what he's doing? Like what is so incriminating that he doesn't want those photos seen?
I don't know, but it's a lot of dirt.
Gotcha.
So where do we think this is going to end up? Because this year with Mulan, it feels like forever ago that movie came and went. It still isn't even out on Disney Plus for free. We'll talk about Wonder Woman, though. That's going to be on HBO Max, so maybe the world's even more broken than we thought, or maybe this is a good thing. We'll figure that out together, folks. But with this, I don't foresee this being anything but a bad take, and people are going to remember this. I think a lot of people are going to go, ooh, that's the pirate movie that they said girl power first. It's like, it's a Pirates movie. We don't need it to be realistic because it's a Pirates movie, but like, it's like the Avengers. I will buy that Thanos, a purple man, can combine all these little gems in the universe and do whatever. But when you have a very overt, out-of-place girl power moment, that breaks a movie that's all in fantasy. See the first, Avengers Infinity War to see how it's done right. Remember that one, guys?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was a great movie.
That was a good scene, man. So
yeah, and that was simple. It never drew attention to overtly. It was just kind of like, this is happening. We're doing this, and it was like very seamless into what was going on. The one in Endgame was just kind of like, so it's happening right now. We're doing this because of Captain Make Believe. So
yeah, pretty much.
And I love how like before that movie they're like, oh yeah, she's powerful, she can beat Thanos totally, and then like nothing happened, and it ended up being Scarlet Witch who was the one who almost killed him. You know?
Yeah, she was the better character by 2 miles.
Yeah, because they gave her they had her in more than just one movie. And there was a lot of depth to the character, but no, we had to get Captain Marvel to push that agenda, which I'm glad they only had her in like 3 scenes in the whole movie.
I think they had to keep her in only 3 scenes in the movie because I don't think enough people could tolerate her. Plus, realistically, from a storytelling standpoint, it just doesn't make sense to add a brand new character that was supposed to be invested in 0 Hour. This is the end of the story.
Yeah, and I mean, like she was literally Captain MacGuffin in that movie.
I like Captain
because I mean, think about it. In the beginning, well, because like she was the one who had to bring Stark back. You know,
remember, Dion? I said I love Captain whatever as a title, not as a theory. Not
just making sure it's on the record now. You know what I'm saying?
Just
so I can misattribute your quote as much as I want.
Okay, fine. Dion, folks, let me put the P.O. box up. I'm driving home for Christmas, Dion. That means anything that comes to the P.O. box, I can bring to you. Folks, it's WCBS show 14320 Ventura Boulevard, Suite 163, Sherman Oaks, California, 91423. Just mark it Dion. We'll go directly to Dion. I won't even open it.
He's been saying that. They've been apparently shit for me for years. I've gotten like 3 things, so I'm sitting pretty. I'm very.
All 3 things.
I am very confident that I will survive.
You might not survive our next story, Dion.
Oh shit!
Now this came from a listener. I just wanted to share this. Put it like this: this story was so important for me to share. I set a note on my phone to remind me with an alarm today. So before we start talking about that, another piece of news. Today is the 37th anniversary of A Christmas Story. So the Bob Clark classic, the best director, Nick, the good one. He God damn it. I wanted to say something off air, but I forgot to. I'll say it later. Anyway,
okay.
The Christmas Story turns 37 today, which means it's in a couple of days. 1 month and 6 days from now, it'll be on TV for 1 billion hours. So
that and Tim Allen's Santa Claus movies, all 3 of them.
I don't like the Tim Allen Santa Claus movies.
The first one is awesome. The second and the third one is just dog shit.
Yeah. The first one's okay, but I've seen them too much in my life to be like, I hate all of this. Like, honestly, just give me the Kurt Russell one that Netflix made, and I'll be fine. Like, that one's really funny, and like, we all love Kurt Russell, so it's okay.
We really do love Kurt Russell.
The stepdad of the channel.
Yep.
I just wanted to put this up here real quick. Jeff makes real fans fart on podcast. It's breaking news since Lance Elena. mean? Oh,
that's fake news. I don't know what you're talking about.
Fake news. So the reason I brought up The Christmas Story, yes, love the movie, love to talk about it, but I wanted to use this as the perfect transition, Dion, for you, because it's never too early to talk about Christmas traditions. Because in the Welsh Christmas tradition of Mari Lwyd, so I can't say it right, a horse skull visits your
Jesus,
singing rhymes outside of your door. Hold on, there's more, Dion. That's not even the best part. The person inside needs to sing back with excuses why Lwyd can't come in. It goes back and forth until one gives up. If the person in the house can't respond, they let Lwyd in, and it gets to raid your pantry and drink all your beer. So you're rap battling a skeleton horse to keep all your alcohol. And here I thought the Welsh had nothing to offer besides, I don't even know what that is. Consonants.
That's just fucking insane.
Is that the most amazing holiday tradition?
What? I don't even know how to emotionally feel with that.
Sounds like we need to do Christmas in Wales.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
Christmas in Wales.
WCBS plus my black ass in Wales.
I've been to Wales.
I don't want
is a
any
fun little place.
blood, sausage, and shitty weather. I already live in Michigan. What more you gonna do to me?
I'm waiting for your state to they already call it the mitten state. I'm waiting for it to grab onto Canada and just walk away. It's already
just walk away.
Justin Trudeau's gonna sneak down to Michigan and plant the Canadian flag and be like, okay, I put this here. Now it's mine.
He's already dumping their fucking garbage here for years.
Relax, guy. There you go, Dion. That's a picture of the holiday.
Oh my god.
I want to be the guy in the top hat. Dion, will you be the horse?
Hell no.
Oh my god.
All right. So we also have Project 007. So guys, today they have a trailer. They had a trailer that came out, and at first it was just a couple words on screen and a bullet, and all of a sudden a really familiar note hit, and I'm like, oh cool, James Bond. And then it played, and they announced today there's a new game called Project 007. Now, to my recollection, there hasn't been a James Bond game in almost a decade. The Daniel Craig era feels like the era that broke what traditional James Bond had become. You had your movie, you had your game, you had your little bit of media around it, and then you had the next one.
I mean, they broke tradition and not in a good way. So
no, you guys remember all the fun James Bond games that we grew up with?
Yeah.
Now, the reason I wanted to bring this up too is, first off, it comes from the people that make Hitman, so it's going to be fucking awesome because Hitman on PS4 is one of the most fun games I've played. So I'm like ready to just jump away or just avoid any concern about the quality of the game. But I do have one big concern. So if you notice, the name of this game is titled Project 007, right?
yeah,
Yes.
Remember that in the new James Bond film, No Time to Die, Lashana Lynch is the new 007.
Uh-oh.
Now, hold on. Either they lied to us, there's very little meaning to her status as 007, or this game is lying to us because first off, the game says the title says new James Bond game on their website. I'm on the official Project 007 website. So they say it's a new James Bond game. So it's Project 007 and it's a James Bond game. So he's James Bond 007. That means the shit they're promoting in No Time to Die is useless. So this Lashana Lynch stuff is just bad promotion for a film that really is grasping at straws at this point. So now which do you think it is, guys? Do you think that this is a game featuring Lashana Lynch as 007, that they lied and her being 007 has very little importance? Or do you think that I'm wrong?
Like I said, I've been saying before, I thought that was a bullshit seller's tactic anyway. So yeah, I in terms of your question, I think that was they're relying the whole fucking time. Again, this is trying to take advantage of a fad that isn't a fad, trying to take advantage of a situation that doesn't exist. And again, this is them pretending that something is a thing when we know that it isn't. So that's again, it's all bullshit.
I'm gonna side with the fact that the game is probably you as Lashana Lynch, its character going through and becoming 007 or doing the missions or whatever. That's what it is. And then maybe once you complete it, you get Daniel Craig's character, like some shit like that or something. Because that seems to be the way we're still going, and the way that things are. Hollywood doesn't get the fucking message, and we're still in that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's my guess.
Yeah, same here. I would like to think that that's not the road we're going to go down with all this and that she's going to become 007, but it's 2020. We've seen where this stuff is gone. They keep trying it. They keep doing it. So it's probably going to happen that way.
That's my concern. But like a lot of this, we'll just call it social justice shit. It's all a ruse. Like you say, Dion, if you believe something, you believe it all the time. These people don't believe it. So when you can make money from a video game, and we know video games make tons of money unless you're a Marvel's Avengers game, therefore shit. But James Bond, this game could probably pull in more money for the Eon brand, depending on what the licensing and royalties situation is, than the movie, if it's done right. I don't know what licensing fees are or what goes on or how much they get, but games make billions and billions of dollars. Even games that you probably don't know have sold a couple million copies and made billions of dollars. I mean, shit. You look at all the top PC games last year that sold well that are on Xbox, and I've never heard of them. So there's that market. So hopefully they look to that traditional James Bond market and they don't take the social media first approach, because the social media people are not going to make this game a success. And usually Hitman seems to be pretty much true to itself. It doesn't buy into the Naughty Dog politics, or I don't know about their history of cutting corners or anything like that with day one patches. Can't speak on that stuff. But this was exciting news, and hopefully, it's a good game. The last one sucked, guys, big time. 007 Legends was not fun.
What was the premise of that game? I never played it.
It's basically okay. So Daniel Craig has the distinction of being the James Bond to rewrite history and write out the other actors. So there are two projects where they take Daniel Craig and they put him in another actor's movie in the video game. So there's GoldenEye with Daniel Craig, and it's bullshit.
That sounds lame.
What the fuck?
Has it.
Jeez.
Yeah, Dion, you got that game. Remember GoldenEye Reloaded?
Yes, I remember having that one. Not a great buy, my friend.
Nope, but you know what? They sold it to you as the best shooter on the Switch, and it was exclusive to the Wii, and it was exclusive to the Wii. And I remember we were excited. We played it, and
It was
I didn't
such a
finish it.
letdown. Huge fucking letdown. God damn, that was a letdown.
But hopefully this will kind of wash the bad taste out of our mouths, because you had Bloodstone and a couple other Daniel Craig-based games, but none of them were great. Brosnan is the only actor to have a truly great video game based on something he's a part of, but he's the only Bond to have consistently from great to pretty decent video games. I don't think any of the
when people still want GoldenEye so many years later, you know you did something right, and you should probably still have that formula. Like, you should still do, like, I mean, obviously the graphics need to be better and things like that, need to be upgraded, but like, you had this fun thing that, you know, that everybody did couch co-op for, even when we didn't have the internet, we couldn't play online. People still want that. Like, why don't you just do that?
I think it's coming back, hopefully. Because, I mean, growing up, I know everyone's like, oh, that's a nostalgia, but it was so much fun. Not even just GoldenEye, just going to your friend's house, people can play N64, four controller ports, four player split screen. You had it all. It was fun. You even had the rule, don't look at your partner's screen or this and that. It was, I think the social, look, I like the idea of digital gaming and this and that, and internet gaming is great. You make friends and connections, but that social aspect, I don't think developers should ever take that out, because there's something about couch co-op, just getting drunk with your friends, playing through a game, or playing wrestling games with your buddies, getting into serious matches, or Dion playing Madden with Jake and having a fucking rivalry. Like, you won't get those moments if they took away that. Like, that is such an integral part of gaming. That's what makes gaming the billion-dollar industry that will probably overtake movies one day, because movies and all these other things are making this social shared experience less and less. Gaming is still about that to a degree, and when you keep it in the living room and make people come together, I think it makes gaming the most unique experience out there. It's Mario Kart's fun with your friends, but I can't throw a beer can at Dion and he can't call me a bitch if we're not in the same room.
Right. He gets it.
Yeah, that's what gaming's about.
Dude, same thing with Halo 1 and my cousins and stuff, man. Like, it was the same shit. You know, because I was the only one who played the game, because they were all playing, you know, Madden or whatever, and I kept beating them at it all the time. They got real pissed off all the time. So, I mean, it was fun, you know, and yeah, I agree with you. We need couch co-op needs to be constantly a thing. Online's great, and you know that's good and stuff, but we need couch co-op.
Yeah, we'll see what the direction is, moving forward. But I think couch co-op if Halo Infinite's going to have it, I think that'll be a decent standard. Call of Duty has had it up until recently, right, Dion? Do they still have it?
Yeah, yep.
Okay,
it's still split screen. I mean, it's a separate story thing, but yeah, I mean, they still got it.
Breadman Productions, you do make an interesting point about the Tomorrow Never Dies theme. I think it's a pretty solid theme, possibly underrated. But the all-time high from Octopussy, I feel like it's elevator music.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, there's also Duran Duran View to a Kill. So
that's a great
good
song.
one.
Yeah. So we've talked about that. It sucks that there's so many like negative stories to cover. Like, the Oscar one coming up and the Star Wars one. So let's take a breather. Let's read a couple of our super chats, and then we'll move forward. So first off, our friend Space Monkey 0899, before the show even started, sent in to hail WCBS, fight heresy, and praise the God Emperor. So we're fighting the heresy, guys. Or the heresy, excuse me, can't speak.
That's right.
Dion, what's new in your Warhammer game this week?
Nothing. I'm just doing a bunch of side missions now, just getting leveled up. One level's pissing me off because you're supposed to fucking just annihilate the Xenos, and it won't let me end the fucking level. I played it 3 times. It's pissing me off. God fucking damn it. But no, it's great.
I saw that there was a Warhammer game. I took a screenshot of it or something. It's on my radar now. I'm pretty sure I can play it on the Xbox. So,
hell yeah.
So we also have Space Monkey 0899 that says also Tim Seeley's putting together an omnibus for Hack Slash on Kickstarter, one of my favorite comic series. Have you guys heard of that?
Hack Slash? I think I have. It sounds very familiar.
I have, but I know the name is Tim Seeley the creator of it. I always thought Hack Slash was Japanese.
Yeah. Tim Seeley.
Okay, he's an actor. Okay, the name. 85 years old. Is that the same Tim Seeley? No, that can't be the same Tim Seeley. That'd be weird if it was.
No, the one, the American comic book artist is 45, not 75.
Oh,
45.
Why is an old British actor Yeah, Tim Seeley's a great artist. Okay, he created it. Never mind. I always thought Hack Slash was Japanese. I was wrong. But yeah, looks cool. So we also had one from our friend Dean Domino. Thank you, Rex. He says, as annoying as the armor hoopla was, at least a bridge troll got clowned on. Also, shout out to Deputy Rusty on Twitter for his Mando tomboy drawing that blew up from that. Turned a negative into a positive. Still going to look for that one for a second, guys. Would you guys talk about that for a second? Or Star Wars for a second?
Sure. Talk about Star Wars for a second, you said?
Anything, just to give me some time.
Okay, fuck. I mean, you throw out just randomly rambling. Oh, talk about this for a second. What the fuck are you talking about? What,
Yeah,
talk
like,
about,
what?
we're talking about talking about for a second. You know, so when you get to seconds and you talk about seconds, what the fuck ever. See now. Anyway, no, with the alley-oop, my only point being, fucking,
Dude, Jeff just red foxed you.
I know, I was like, what?
You dummy.
Yeah, that's what he just did to you. He's like, oh, he's having a heart attack. Oh shit.
I stay up at night and I watch that show constantly.
It's a great
It's a great
show.
fucking show. It's a great fucking show.
So here's
Oh my
one of
God.
them. I'm looking at these. I don't really get into the. Let's see. I like how it's need a shitty shirt. Take this off. It's sexist. All right. I was getting sweaty here and I put the back on. Dude. It's funny dunking on her, given the bad take, and then you get cool art that comes up at its place. This is a nice one. I'm really fond of the one with the boobs on her head, just because it features her and she is a caricature at this point. The big earrings, the shirt, and all that stuff. I was really happy to see that one. But there you go for all those who are asking about it or for it. There you go, folks. Dean Domino, we read that one. We showed that one. Also, he says, Jeff, you mentioned using a Cold War inspiration for the Star Wars films on the High Council. They did that for Star Wars, The Old Republic, MMO. I did not know that, guys. Did you?
I was unaware of that.
Yeah.
The Old Republic MMO was a game. Honestly, if it was on PC, I just wasn't playing it. The last Star Wars PC game we had was X-Wing. That was, God, like 25 years ago.
God.
Anyway, I love Star Wars games and stuff, but I'm a console guy. PC games just were never going to be it for me. For some reason, my brain just thinks of computers as work or school stuff. Game consoles are for fun, so I don't know. And I know people say, Jeff, you could just hook up whatever to a TV and use it. But yeah, but I also don't like the idea of upgrading a console. Like once I buy my device, that's it. I want to use it until it's obsolete, and then I get a new one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I understand that as well. Yeah, PC gaming is always gets a little weird because, with all these companies always releasing new video cards every month, it seems like almost it's hard to keep up, and especially the gaming companies always like trying to put new things in there and stuff like that, and making the games almost ridiculous to play and stuff. It gets really confusing and really messed up after a while.
But that being said, Dean, I do enjoy watching those the cutscenes from those games. There was one we watched. One of our listeners requested a watch party. He was a patron, and he requested us to have a watch party for Star Wars cutscenes, and he wanted to show us the cool ones and talk about the lore. And it was a fun time. Probably will never play the game, but I do enjoy the videos, so I'm sure I can get the story from that stuff. But that's about as much as I can get right now. Andy from the UK says, hey, my brothers, hope all is well and safe. Sorry I've not been around. Been having a hard time in the UK with my mental health. Thinking of you all and Poplets.
Listen, I was already thinking of you after the last episode of The Mandalorian. Dude, I was thinking about you a lot, man. So I'm hopefully you're doing all right. Love you, brother. Stay strong, my man.
Yep, stay positive.
Yeah, Andy's a cool dude. We talked to him quite a bit. So, who do you think the greatest villain in Star Wars is, Dion?
It's Vader, hands down. It's not even a conversation.
Yeah.
Kendo, would you agree?
Who is it? Vice Admiral Gunray. That's the one. No, of course it's fucking Vader.
Okay, see, I would argue, I'm going to cheat and say the greatest Star Wars villain is Disney. Would you like to hear what they're pulling this time?
I didn't know that was an option.
Dude, if there's a bad guy question, Disney is always an option on this channel.
Jeff, how dare you honey dick us? How dare you?
You son of a bitch.
Hey, I didn't come up with the word, but I'm going to take it back. I don't know what I'm taking it back for. There's no one like me on the planet, but fuck it, I'm taking it back. Anyway, let's show this picture while we talk about this. This is this is next level dirty. I was kind of disappointed with this one. Actually, kind of is an understatement. So, there we are. Disney attempts to withhold royalty payments from veteran Star Wars author Alan Dean Foster as SWFA sparks hashtag Disney must pay. So, you think of Disney as the most well-to-do entertainment company on the planet, and then you hear about this stuff. So you want to hear the actual story of what's going on?
Yes,
Of course.
It appears that Disney's terrifying control over the Star Wars franchise is continuing as the science fiction and fantasy writers of America have made public an attempt by the global entertainment conglomerate to withhold rightfully owed royalties to Alan Dean Foster, the veteran Star Wars author responsible for penning some of the franchise's most important novels. So before we go any further into this fuckery, just at face value, Kendo, what did you think of this?
Sounds like
Nick.
typical bullshit coming from the Mouse House.
Yeah. Nick?
You will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. That's all I can say.
Dion?
It's fucking ridiculous, man. I mean, I say it all the time. You know that they're full of shit. You know, for them to talk about how they care about, you know, bringing new stories and going with young actors and actresses and writers and producers and all this shit, you know, being the land of opportunity in terms of Hollywood and representing those who don't have a lot of representation. They don't care about that shit. They're going to pull stuff like this. If they don't want to pay you, especially because, again, they blew millions of fucking dollars, they're going to find a way to save a dollar. And clearly here they are again, because they don't want to pay someone who penned a lot of stories. And again, they want their own brand on bullshit and don't want to give credit where credit is actually due. This is Disney being Disney, and sure enough, it's like, come on, man, you screwed up. You screwed up. Don't throw other writers under the bus because you want to distance yourself from their work so you can come up with something and claim it as your own, and that's bullshit.
And it gets even worse too, because Disney defenders will go, "Oh, guys, you know, the Rona's really hit Disney with the theme parks. They're just trying to survive."
Wait,
Hold on. No, I'm going to put this down because this was in 2019. This news just came out today, but this shit was from last year. They tried this before they had any global crises to worry about. They're just exercising being assholes. So you ready? Because this story gets a little more interesting. So according to a recent statement published by the SFWA, President Mary Robinette Kowal, Foster first approached the Guild in 2019 with an issue regarding a payment dispute, claiming that he had written novels and was not being paid the royalties that were specified in his contract. Though she notes that as a part of our negotiating toolbox, we guarantee anonymity for both the writer and the publisher if the grievance is resolved. Due to the extenuating circumstances of the particular case, Kowal revealed that the party causing the issue for Foster was none other than the House of Mouse. Foster's work should ring familiar among Star Wars fans, as the seasoned author is responsible for some of the most popular, important milestone novels throughout the franchise's history, including the novelization of both the original Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope, ghost-written as George Lucas himself, and Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens, the first entry into the original Star Wars extended universe, Splinter of the Mind's Eye, and The Approaching Storm, the first title to take place in the Republic era. Aside from his work on Star Wars, Foster has also written the novelization of various films, including the entries into the Alien and Transformers movie series, and has produced an impressive original works, including long-running Pip and Finks series. When you purchased Lucasfilm, you acquired the rights to some of the books I wrote, explained Foster in a statement addressed to Disney. Star Wars, the novelization of the very first film, Splinter of the Mind's Eye, the first sequel novel, you owe me royalties on these books. You stopped paying them. Foster's Star Wars novels are not only books which Disney is withholding royalties, as the author notes that when you purchased 20th Century Fox, you eventually acquired the rights to other books I had written, which include the novelization of Alien, Aliens, and Alien 3, a trio of novels for which Foster claims Disney never paid royalties on any of these or even issued royalty statements for them. All these books are very much still in print, Foster pointed out. They still earn money for you. When one company buys another, they acquire its liabilities as well as its assets. You certainly are reaping the benefits of its assets. I'd like very much my minuscule, though it's not small to me, share. The author also claims the company wanted him to sign an NDA before ever talking with Foster, claiming that never once did anyone even ask me to sign one prior to negotiations, and asserting that one was done for the obvious reasons that once you sign, you can no longer talk about the matter at hand. Every one of my representatives in this matter, with many, many decades of experience in my business, echo my bewilderment, he added.
Dude, that's such fucking bullshit.
Holy shit, man.
Can anyone make an excuse for this?
No, there's no way.
That's some bullshit. If anything, that's breach of contract. I guess you
Yeah.
figure he's a little guy and they can just push him around.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah,
And they're trying to
They-
tie him up in litigation, so he gives up.
Yeah, that's basically what they're doing. I think the same thing happened with some kids who found like the Steamboat Willie cartoon or whatever was out of copyright and they wanted to use it or they wanted to use something like it, and that's what Disney did as well. They basically said, oh no, it's ours, we own it forever, and because of that, I think they changed copyright law as well. But those college kids who wanted to use it or saw something was wrong with it, the legal fees cost them too much. They just didn't pursue it. But because of that, like, you know, copyright stuff's been screwed up for a while now. So
Yeah, was it the 100 years or whatever or something?
Yeah. It used to be it used to be 7 years. Now it's 100. So
I just really, it doesn't surprise me. It's just disappointing is really what I want to get at. You know, when you hear about, as an artist myself, as a creator, everybody out there that does this stuff, it's scary because, you know, this guy, his greatest work is associated with Star Wars. And I still quote Splinter of the Mind's Eye, reference it as the first, you know, what Empire would have been had Star Wars not succeeded. Like, his work is seminal in the Star Wars lore. It's not, he didn't write some bullshit book about how to make Star Wars cookies or, you know, knitting the Star Wars blanket of life or some dumb shit like that. Like, he contributed some really important books. And no matter if you wrote the best book or the shittiest book, it's in your contract. You're owed this. I hope this guy wins. I hope his settlement gets resolved, excuse me. And I hope people pay attention to this, because for as much as Disney wants to promote dickheads like your Chuck Wendigs and all this other bullshit that goes on, the good ones that don't write the stupid Hercule-Jerkily books are the ones getting screwed over.
Yeah, and I mean, they just posted fourth quarter earnings from Disney Plus. Like, hey, we did better than we thought we did. We made money. It's like, well, you can't feign that, you know, the pandemic has affected you then if you've made money, and you can obviously pay this guy, so why don't you go ahead and do that?
Dude, the WWE is making record money in this pandemic. Did you?
I don't know how.
Did you see the story about how they're cutting out house shows?
Well, I knew that. I saw where they cut out on house shows and they're not doing that. So I guess they're saving money by not running house shows where only 8 people show up. And same thing with like SmackDown and Raw, where they had to tarp off everything but on the opposite of the hard camera because people weren't showing up. So I guess that's how they're making money. But fuck, the product they're putting out sucks.
Dude, for somebody that has been going back and listening to old wrestling podcasts as I'm working on stuff, the new products, dude, I don't care. Like, I'll follow it. Like, I'm gonna watch Survivor Series this weekend, but am I really invested in the title match? No, it's just something I want to watch on a Sunday and have some fun. So
yeah. But yeah, this is like, this seems like on par with Disney, what they're trying to do. They're just trying to, like, you know, feign like, oh, we don't have any money, we had to close the parks down, we can't pay you, we're sorry. It's like, no, you signed the contract, you owe these people money, you know, come on now.
Yeah, this is just it's a story that's just a loss across the board. I mean, seriously, we can go on and on about it, but we'll spin our wheels. I just think this is dirty Disney practices, you know, at hand. And like I said, this was before the pandemic. You can't make some excuses like they're hurting for money. And again, it's like he says, my piece of the pie is infinitesimally small to you, but not to me. And so hold on, there's more. Sorry. Foster then describes how Disney continues to ignore requests from my agents, ignore queries from the SFWA, the Science Fiction and Fantasy Writers of America, and ignore my legal representatives. I know that this is gargantuan, and I know this is what gigantic corporations do, he admitted. Ignore requests, ignore hoping the petitioner will simply go away or possibly die. But I'm still here, and I am here, and I'm still entitled to what you owe me, including, not to be ignored, just because I'm only one lone writer. How many other writers and artists out there are you similarly ignoring? To further complicate matters, Foster then reveals how both his wife has serious medical issues, and in 2016, I was diagnosed with an advanced form of cancer, but notes that we could use the money, not charity, just what I'm owed. He concludes with, I've always loved Disney, the films, the parks, growing up with the Disneyland TV show. I don't think Uncle Walt would have approved of how you are currently treating me. Maybe someone in the right position just hasn't received the word. Though after all these months of ignored requests and queries, it's hard to countenance. Foster then turned words to CEO of Disney Bob Iger against the company, writing that, as a guy named Bob Iger said, the way you do anything is the way you do everything.
Seriously, dude. That's so fucked up. That's so fucked up.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, his representative says that they feel, they being Disney, they have the right to the published work, but are not obligated to pay the writers no matter what the contract says. If we let this stand, the court, it could set precedent to fundamentally alter the way copyright and contracts operate in the United States.
Good, it needs
All
to.
a publisher would
Jeez.
have to do is break a contract and to sell it to a sibling company.
Yep.
And then this goes on a little more to talk about how Marvel and Disney and Star Wars and stuff. So this story sucks. Folks, if there's really no petitions or anything to do, just be aware. This is why I tell people, if you love Star Wars and you're not happy with Disney Star Wars and you don't want to give them money, you can still build a huge Star Wars collection. You can go to eBay, you can go to Amazon, you can go to your local half-price bookstore, you can go to your local comic book shop, pick up toys there, go to your local toy stores like Road to the Past Collectibles in Cincinnati.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And the thing is, you buying, and people go, oh, but Jeff, it still helps them. No, it doesn't. If you buy shit pre-2012, there's a myriad of Star Wars merchandise. You can get it for your kids. You can get it for yourself. You can have generations of Star Wars fandom and not give Disney a penny. And if you take that approach, which I highly suggest, you can read the works of Alan Dean Foster and not give Disney a penny. His books, he has the first Star Wars book. There's 1 million copies in print because the thing sold well. Go find one. Don't give him a dime. Support the dude's work another way. Go pick up one of his independent books or something. I don't know. If you feel obliged, if you don't, whatever. But it just, I'm so bothered that this is the stuff they try to pull.
Yeah, if he's got a website or something like that, buy directly from there, or anything, or if you can buy directly from the guy himself, do that. Because it seems like a lot of stuff he's written is the money's still gonna go to Disney regardless. So I don't know. I don't know what to do. I mean, I would say, I don't know, hold your money for Disney Plus ransom against them or something. I don't know.
So
I don't think they're gonna get that message.
Yeah, probably not. Probably not. Yeah.
Eric DeHoff, thank you very much. He says, hi, Dion, Nick, Kendo, and Jeff. And he gives us a rock on emoji with a smiley face. Eric DeHoff, thank you very much, sir. Rock on to you,
Hello.
too.
Thanks, buddy.
What up, baby?
TLJ Screwjob says, you know how Dion said he never liked Dark Fate? He lied. So, Dion,
I love that so much.
you know what we should do together in person in Michigan, and it's not as weird as it sounds?
Oh, God.
I know exactly what you're thinking to say.
We should have a double feature of Dark Fate and Glitter, and we should live stream together.
I mean, listen, I'm not going to let you suffer by yourself, especially with two movies that I hate.
I've never seen Glitter.
I will volunteer to babysit the kids because that sounds like more fun than watching those movies with you.
She's not wrong.
Yeah. Bad time.
The kids are cool because they like Nintendo and stuff, so it's not like it's going to be a hard
Put a
thing.
Switch in their hands.
They
and be like, all right,
they
you
both
do
have them.
this, right?
They're not even going to want to talk to you. They're just going to want to play Nintendo, and you'll probably want to play too.
Exactly. I'll just spoil us.
Yakose, thank you very much. He says, super chat. That's all. Have a good night, gentlemen.
Thanks, buddy.
We will.
Breadman Production says, back to being a working man, which is good. I like money. Also, the length of Batista's D is the same in the amount of times Dion has watched Dark Fate. Ooh.
So infinity?
Is that what that weird thing down this? Never mind. You ever watched the
So now you're looking at Batista Schlong, but you're comparing it to a non-existent thing that I watch. What the fuck, bros?
dude, bro? Because you've watched Dark
Are
Fate.
you entertained, bro? Right now? Are you entertained? Because I'm not, bro.
Dude, that
Bro.
movie looks so.
Is this not why you
We bought that on to test out on the new TV. That movie looks amazing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like seriously,
I noticed background actors in it I had never noticed before.
yeah, dude, it looks phenomenal. We also bought Waterworld as a joke. I felt
Wait.
That movie's not that bad. It's pretty bad.
Wait,
but it's
how
not
do you,
that good.
wait,
either.
no. How do you consciously buy Waterworld as a joke? Hold on.
it was a couple dollars on 4K, dude.
So
I mean,
so
that's kind of.
you could have got some candy bars or anything else with that money. Anything would have been actually good for you, or satiated you or whatever. But you got
I feel
Waterworld.
like that's a decent buy. It's not.
$2 is
not
$1.99 too much for that movie.
I don't think it's a decent buy at all.
It's not that bad.
Not that.
Then again, he says that, but Dark Fate's one of his favorite movies.
Yeah,
so we
exactly,
should see where
Listen.
taste
The fact that you can say that and lie so bald-faced to me. I don't even know what to say to you, sir.
You
It hurts
okay?
me deep.
Are you
it hurts
hurt?
me deep. Yeah, deep to this character assassination in front of the fan base, in front of my family, bro.
The fan base that always tells you how much you love that movie.
My family. They know I wouldn't watch that shit. I watched it one time to help my friends out to do a stream. I sat there with a serious face and watched some, short-haired blonde bitch cut a fly in half with a butterfly knife, and it wasn't a fucking skit. I sat through that shit for you, and you betray me, motherfucker.
How drunk are you tonight, dude?
I'm not that drunk actually. I'm a solid drunk. I'm at least ranting about a shitty movie drunk.
I'm
That's all level.
He's at the beginning of this drunk journey that he's going on.
Yeah,
he hasn't gone
drunk journey
off the
where I
cliff
realized that my homies, my brothers from different colored mothers, the guys I'd go to war with, betrayed me for a motherfucker named Tim. What?
You look it.
What?
Calm your ass down.
I ain't never been disrespected in my life like this, man. This is bullshit,
This
dog.
happens every week at 8:30. Calm down.
It's a weekly thing.
God damn.
Dion, we do it because we love you. God damn it! All right, just take it.
Right.
Take it.
Get the fuck over it already.
Who needs enemies?
Take our love.
Yeah, take my love. I'm presenting to you. No. Fucking trying to say that I like watching that Diego kid from Rock of Ages in that shitty ass movie.
Okay, so
Terminator, the Mexican version.
Dude,
Oh my god.
The spicy rancheros of Terminator.
What's happening?
I don't know. Mark C sends us a fun, thankful super chat. It says Rick Moranis' attacker has been caught. We need someone to take one for the team. So Jailhouse Justice is done. Who is somebody? I have a friend that's been on the inside before for a nonviolent crime. Maybe he'll go back for us. He'll take one for the fandom menace.
Is this the same dude that got into a shouting match with a passed out hooker?
I don't know if she was passed out or not. She just didn't say anything. She could have been dead.
Well, if you want to hear the rest of that story, join us on our Sunday Hangover show on Patreon.
I'm not sure she was passed out, but
So I've been wanting to share part of the comic cover because I'm just getting antsy. So should I show it?
Yes.
hell yeah. It's Pix Plus
All right,
support.
folks. So what we're about to show, if you sign up for the email list, which we'll drop the link in just a second, the main Indiegogo is this amazing Fandom Menace cover drawn by me, painted by Anna, which includes all of your favorites. And then the day one exclusive, all by me, is the original High Council, which will be different and I'll show at a later date. But because this includes your favorite Fandom Menacers, I wanted to share part of the cover that is so amazing that the person that it's of had to go out of their way to tell Anna how much they loved it. So if you look right here on the screen, folks, there is Uncle Ethan. This is still a work in progress, not done yet. But as you can see how wonderful he looks, Anna is a great painter. The rendering is beautiful. She took my pencils and really elevated it. So this is a first look exclusive, and it includes a lot of people. You might be able to see Cecil the Hutt. So there you go, folks. We will drop that link right there in the chat. Sign up. Don't miss out. A lot of people did last time. A lot of people keep asking about it. So there you go, folks. There's a sneak peek, and spread the word. It's exciting. Anna and I have been having a great time collaborating. We started it last year at Star Wars Celebration and worked through all the shit, and now it's here. So check it out. You guys will have, like I said, it's a one-day opportunity for the High Council thing, and after this, we move on to other stuff. So this is the best representation of the Fandom Menace, and something you guys have never seen before. So spread the word about Ethan and his pie. I guess I can spoil this surprise. Not just spoiler. Well, I'll leave it. Anyway, there's more Cecil involved. So next up, we had another topic to cover, which really upsets me. Now, I'm not even going to show an image that's related to this film. I'm just going to show the place that hosts it, and people can make their judgments. because I don't want to have any of that in my visual memory. So here we go. Everyone here has Netflix. We all know what's up. We've all had it for many years. Some people love it. Some people hate it now because of the political climate. And right now, the world's a little broken, and for many reasons. But this one really pissed me off. Netflix's Cuties make shortlist of French films considered for submission to Academy Awards.
Yikesers. That's a yikesers.
Yeah, this...
Oh my God.
This is that alternate 1985 where Biff is corrupt and powerful and married your mother and all this shit. This story has been popping up all over. It's been reported by Deadline that it's among 5 films the country is shortlisted for submission to the International Feature Film category of the 2021 Academy Awards. So we have talked about the grossness. We don't need to get into that. We don't need to talk about the ethics of all that shit. We've covered it before, and we're not going down that rabbit hole. You can go listen to our statement on it then. It's the same as it is now. We're not fans. But I wanted to talk about this because this is disappointing. We know that people are looking into filing stuff against Netflix. Charges, I think, is what it was.
Yeah.
You know, people are canceling their Netflix subscriptions in droves to the point where it affects their stock prices. But this, it's just going to go and go. Now, I know this has nothing to do with Netflix itself, but Netflix is the vessel which brought it into this country, which makes it part of the conversation, as well as with all these new arbitrary changes to the Oscars. And this is the type of movie they want to put up. Like, this doesn't really look good for the Oscars because this is a movie that a lot of people don't like online, and a lot of people don't want to watch the Oscars. And every year we see more and more about Oscars, or, you know, worst viewings ever, worst ratings ever. And then this might be the thing that kills the Oscars finally.
But wait, when are those Oscar rules going to go into effect in like 2025 or something, 2023 or something like that?
Oh shit! This is just because they like it. Oh crap!
Yeah. Because I remember, because that's one thing I remember distinctly hearing is like it's not going to go in this year because there's nothing happened this year. Like, it wouldn't make sense. It was going to go in like 2023, 2025. I think is when it's going to happen. So that is even more disturbing that this is in there. So it's kind of like they actually did it by choice, not because they had to, because of the new rules they made. So, yeah, fuck you, Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
This just, like, I don't know how to gauge my response accurately for you guys in words, because I read this morning. I was like, I like, what the fuck is the first response I had? Jesse was sleeping, so I couldn't scream it, but ew, it's just wrong.
Jeff Smash,
That's how I feel. It's just like, how does this get awarded for being terrible? Like, is that what the world is now? You get awards for being the biggest piece of shit? Like, you want to be the worst possible movie made? Okay, here's your Oscar nomination. Do you want to do the thing your film is trying to
validate it?
It is, because I thought this movie was trying to send a message, but then it did the thing it was trying to send a message about.
It's the wrong type of message.
Yeah. That is
okay. Yeah. I'm here on the New York. What is it? New York Times. Yeah, this goes into effect 2024. The 96 Oscars in 2024.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. So this is voluntary, or they have it in there for some reason. Who the hell knows? It's yeah. It's just bad.
It's not exactly going to help that image of Hollywood now, is it? And what people call them.
If this, put it like this, everything that we have covered on the show tonight sets us up for a really great series of videos and basically a long period of pop culture discussion, because this kind of stupidity and entertainment's not going away anytime soon. If it's not this, it's something else, and this is the worst of all this stuff I think we've covered this year. This is the one I was like, ew, and they want to give it the top award. I think it just invalidates the award. I think it makes an Oscar useless.
The Oscar's been useless since what the hell is that movie?
Shakespeare in Love.
Shakespeare in Love. Thank you.
Fuck that movie for all of eternity.
Yeah. So it's been useless for a while, and even then they had the Golden Globes award show that happened during all this, and the previous they cut the previous year's views in half. Not by 1 or 2%, in half, like. They would. I think they were. I think last year was 11.6 million views. This year they had 5.1 or something. Like, it was. it was abysmal. And I mean, do you think the Oscars were bad last year? I mean, holy crap! This year, nobody's going to give two shits about them.
No, I will have our drunk stream again because it was so much fun. But other than that, I don't ever plan on watching the Oscars for.
So we are going to do our Oscars 2020-21 drunk stream. We're doing that.
Oh, we have to, of course. Oh, and shout out to Tom from Midnight's Edge After Dark. He was sending people over to this stream, so thank you, Tom.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, Tom's a part of this cover. So, yeah.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, check him out soonish when we share it. But Barney the Nuclear Source Reek says, gentlemen, you're better off live streaming yourselves watching the Razzies 2021 instead of watching the Oscars 2021.
We like to suffer. We like to suffer for you guys. That's what we do.
Yeah.
It's the most fun. Let's see. Bob Morton, SH Rebels 08, Rob Altus. Let's see who else is coming over from the Mead raid. I want to give Tom a shout out. Jack of all casuals. Thank you, Tom, and thank you, everybody. Hope you guys had a fun time over on Tom's stream, and we're ready to amp up the fun over here. I guess we'll make we'll talk about the Fandom Menace cover again a little later, folks. So we'll talk about that before the show ends. But the Razzies will be fun. The Saturn Awards won't be. You think the Saturn Awards already happened, so the Rise of Skywalker didn't win the award? Because if it doesn't, that makes it worse than The Last Jedi.
Let's see.
The Saturn Awards, because wait, not The Voice. Ew. Let's see. So we got those in September. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Did the Rise of Skywalker win? Let's see.
I feel like we would have heard some about that if it won. But again, I wouldn't be surprised if it did.
Let's see. I was looking. Good Stuff seems to have won. Mission Impossible Fallout, Quiet Place, Ready Player One. Star Wars wasn't even nominated for this. Oh, God.
That's a shame.
Wait, no, the 2020 ones are for... Solo Star Wars Story was nominated but didn't win.
Well, there were worse movies than that.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you're talking about Saturn Awards, not the Razzies.
There are worse awards, but Zendaya did win for Spider-Man Far From Home as MJ, so...
Jesus Christ.
Did Star Wars even get...
diversity higher, that's why.
Dude, Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker didn't even get nominated for a Saturn Award. Therefore, by that metric, it is lesser than The Last Jedi.
Hey,
gosh.
Oh, this award means nothing. Star Trek Discovery won for Best Streaming Show.
Of course it did.
Stranger Things won for Best Horror. All right.
Yeah, I just learned that they're starting to film season 4 for that. For the new Star Trek show, I guess. So I was like, man, I thought that was done. I thought that was over.
I guess not. I don't know, Obi-Wan, if there'll be enough movies released this year for an Oscar nomination of 2021, but it'll be fun.
Yeah, this actually might be like an hour and a half, 2 hour long Oscar award, ceremony. Who knows?
It'll be less fun than our Halloween party. I know that for sure.
Yeah.
It's the Oscars.
That's true.
Yeah.
You know what's funny about a show like this week is we've covered so much already, and we're only an hour in. So I think I need to change that whole Stone Cold Sober thing. Dion, I'm going to take your approach.
Can I say I'm loose as a goose, baby? Ready to throw the noose on some juice and put it to use. Oh, you're welcome.
Speaking of juice, I was watching Towering Inferno, and O.J. Simpson was on it.
Nice.
It was...
and the leading actress disappeared.
Did she?
No, not really.
I was like, I don't even know who the leading actress was. I was just saying,
I could have lied. Like, yeah, you don't remember reading that guy? Look it up. Google it, baby.
I don't think he was doing those types of alleged activities at that point in his life.
Sorry, I was just reading some of the chat. Breadman Productions, thank you very much. He says, back to be... Okay, I read that one. Jorge Polita says, have you seen the John Talks video of the German doctor getting arrested in Germany? I have not. Have you guys?
Nope.
Don't even know what he's talking about.
Nor do I. But I haven't actually I know John's had a huge growth recently, so congratulations to John Talks, but I haven't really watched a ton of YouTube, so I haven't seen any of his stuff. If you guys would like to elaborate in the chat, I'd love to get a follow-up to the story.
Mm-hmm.
But I have not, Jorge, so sorry. Grimjoy, thank you very much. He says, "Dem some big old titties." That was back to the picture. Yes, and they were glorious.
Yes, they were.
Dean Domino says, "As much as I dislike the scripter, I think she's mainly a puppet for activist groups that use her to bring her politics to mainstream and toss." We did read that one, Dean, but thank you very much. 007 Cloud says, "Epic boo-oobs." Random thing to say real quick, but there was a doll, like a weird like baby doll thing called a boobah, and it used to dance. And so that came out when we were in high school, and I used to laugh because I'd walk down the aisle and press it would go boobah. And I was like, why would a kid's toy want to say this? So there you go, 007 Cloud. Super chat reminded me of a weird memory.
Well, once again, those are simpler times, and less SJWs in the world. So that's why you get away with actually having fun.
Well, they were all alive. They just weren't full of shit yet. Let's see. We also have our friend TLJ Screwjob. We read his about Neil Cuckman. We read Go Big Boar, Go Homes. Thank you very much. Cesaria Japan. We did read that, and we did show the image. Thank you very much, Cesaria Japan, for everything, including those awesome Beverly Hills Cop laser discs. When I go home for Christmas, those are some of the things I'm bringing out here, Cesaria Japan. So all joking aside, I do love those, and we have a very special wall space for the frames I want to acquire for those too. So I will send you a picture. Thank you very much. Barney the Nuclear Taurus Reeks. We read that one. It's about boobs, but that's awesome. Let's see. TLJ Screwjob says the only Pirates I should see Margot in is from 2005.
That's the one.
Wasn't there like an R-rated one as well as a?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, there's the adult one, but they also had it edited for R-ratedness, I think.
For Skinemax.
Yeah, there's the softcore version, and then there's the real version.
Did the softcore one offer any value to the story?
Yeah, sometimes when you walk in a room with a man with no pants on, you gotta make a decision. Do you fuck it or do you get it?
No, I don't. Could you elaborate, sir?
Yeah, seriously, what the hell?
Yeah.
I know sometimes I might be drunk and rambly or here and there, but what does that actually mean?
Look deep down in yourself. You know what it means.
No, I still
What's your
don't.
feelings? You know it to be true.
But to your question, Jeff, if I remember correctly, no, the story really wasn't all that altered by the softcore down, softening, I guess, of the movie.
Oh, okay. So have you guys?
All right, good talk. Woo!
Yeah. Didn't they do that again for the sequel as well?
Yes. So that was the most biggest budgeted adult film of its time until they came out with Pirates 2: Stagnetti's Revenge. I think that one was $1 million budget. So then the second one was like an $8 million budget or something like that.
That's a lot. That's a lot of money to spend on porn.
Yes, it
But
is.
they made it back, right?
I would like to think they did, but I don't know.
I just don't know how money is made from porn. Like, I get the concept, but who pays for it anymore?
A lot of dumb dudes who want a lot of attention.
Yeah.
There's a
Good for them.
porn makes money the same way that OnlyFans apparently makes money.
Jesse, don't we live in the porn capital of the world? Don't we live in the porn capital?
Vegas is the porn capital of the world.
Valley.
Yeah, we live where all the porn's shot, Dion.
Yes.
Oh, I thought most of us in Vegas.
Part of the world was shot in the San Bernardino Valley.
So we could see,
ridiculous like that.
like, what's your girl Lana Rhodes? She might just be walking into our grocery store.
Dude, I was at my friend's Memorial Day pool party a couple years ago. There was a porn star there, just like she was a friend of a friend. She was like the drummer in their band or something.
Of course she was.
It's like watching an albino lioness in the wild. You're like, oh god, they're not. Are they endangered? I don't know. I just for some reason I'm scared and attracted. I don't know.
The erection.
For erection. Oh god, will she catch it? Will she just grab it? I don't know. Is she a person?
Porn stars are people too, Dion.
I agree, and I would like to hear a story, many a story from a porn star. it probably stops the story. But yeah, I mean, I'd be like, yo, tell me some crazy shit.
I don't think you would be able to get through the story, Dion, because you might just, well, you'll need new pants. Put it like that.
Listen, we all gotta get our nuts somehow, man. Listen, sometimes just hashtag fear erection it becomes a part of my life.
No judgment here. No judgment.
No,
Never.
man, that's why I love you.
none.
So we had another one from our friend Dean Dominus. Says if he reached out to Rakeda, I can super chat him to check his email. Any word on ARC or as eventually or availabilities for the Warhammer stream? Dean, I have emailed Nick Rakeda. That email has been sent. I have not. Hold on, I'm about to sneeze. Excuse me.
God bless you. You all right over there?
Dion, it's me. I never sneeze once.
That's what I was saying. I couldn't hear it, so the record was at stake, and I was pissed that I can't hear what's going on.
The record was not broken today, broski. But
God damn it.
yes, Jeff lives in the home of porn and drag racing in the street. It turns out also, the drag racing, one of the cars you hear is they live in this building. It's a guy who has a souped-up Porsche Cayenne. He's an older man, too, and I think he modded his car to sound cool. Jesse thinks it's a fake engine sound.
What's up?
The Porsche, the SUV that makes all the noise. You think it's a fake engine sound?
Oh, yeah.
And I just think it's. You think it just
No,
took the muffler
I
off.
think they took the muffler off, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go, folks. It's our neighbors, so sorry. We'll eventually move.
Porn and drag racing. There needs to be drag racing porn.
All of them have something to do with family.
Yeah.
Well, usually you step family, but that's different.
I don't know if the old people porn is shot out here. SH Rebels or SHS Rebels 08.
Probably
You're not
probably
the lemon
shot
party capital of the world either.
Oh god,
I hope not.
Probably Fort Lauderdale for the old porn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
John Thomas, or sorry, Dean, to answer the question, I haven't heard anything about the other gentleman. I will want to do this as a super stream. So, Dion, you'll have to be there since you're our resident Warhammer expert right now, and I'll get caught up on stuff. But I have emailed Nick, and I'll see about his availability, and we'll start to put together a show that something people really want. They've been asking for months, and when we're going to do it, we're going to do it the right way. So, be prepared. John. What were you gonna say, Nick?
I was gonna say the production company that made Pirates apparently was Adam and Eve, so that's interesting.
Really?
Yes, because it's on the Wikipedia page, so I'm reading it from there. It says production company Adam and Eve, distributed by Digital Playground. So it's kind of like that's interesting. I didn't realize Adam and Eve was like that.
Son of a bitch.
You learn something every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're more than just those late night commercials, dude.
Yeah.
So I did have an opening question I wanted to ask you guys, but I completely forgot. So I'm just going to ask it to you guys now. And it's fun. Everyone can partake in it. But what is the absolute worst fake accent you've ever heard in a film?
Jesus Christ, where do you begin?
Let's have fun
There's
with
so
this.
many good ones. I got to say, it's
Kevin
either-
Costner in
Yes.
Robin Hood.
The beginning. Mila Kunis is in the beginning of Max Payne. Makes me laugh every goddamn time.
Well, I mean,
Tom Cruise in Far and Away when he was trying to be Irish. That was pretty good.
That was awesome.
Keanu Reeves is the obvious one.
Yep, he's probably the odds-on favorite, pound for pound worst one, because that's just so goddamn good.
Nicolas Cage and
know
Con
who the
Air.
best is.
I was going to say Nicolas Cage and Connie.
Nicolas Cage and Con Air. Fuck Nicolas Cage and Bad Lieutenant, Port of New Orleans.
Well, okay.
Shoot him again.
Well, then Sean Connery in every movie he was in, because
Red Hunt for Red October is probably the funniest.
Yeah,
This
he's
motherfucker's supposed to be
Russian.
How the fuck is this Scottish motherfucker Russian? When did he move there last week?
How did he keep his accent living in America to raise Indiana Jones? I don't get that one either. Like,
Junior?
yeah. It's
there's also Quentin Tarantino's in Django Unchained, where he was trying to be Australian, but it didn't.
His
work
wasn't that. That one was kind of good. I won't say that one is on the list of the worst. I mean, it's not great, but it's definitely not as bad. I mean, if we're comparing it to Sean Connery and Hunt for Red and fucking Keanu Reeves, I don't know.
Darth Tiki, Shannon Elizabeth in American Pie. No one paid attention to her voice in that film.
She had an accent.
No, they did not.
Wait, she talked in that movie?
Yeah, I think.
I don't think so. You sure?
Again? So the other night we weren't sober, and I put that movie on. Dude, American Pie. I'll stand by it. It was a classic movie. It was.
Yes,
It was.
It was great.
Dude, yeah, I'm a big fan of that franchise. I personally like the straight to DVD ones because they were ridiculous and crazy. They had nothing to do with the actual main story, but they were still fun.
Yeah, the last one turned out real great, didn't it?
I think I met somebody that was in one of those movies. Like,
Oh,
I'm sorry for him.
yeah. Like,
actually, James Gunn's current girlfriend was in the last one.
Oh,
Of course.
Yeah,
He posts on Twitter about her too.
them.
yeah. So that's interesting. But yeah, I did watch the female one that went to Netflix, and I was like, what the hell are you doing? This
That's
is not
a
what this is.
yikes-er.
Yeah, because I was curious. I was like, I'm all right. I'm gonna watch them, see what this is. Man, this was really bad. You've taken you. Yeah, that's like there's you couldn't even get Eugene Levy to come back and be the wise old man. Couldn't even get him to come back. Just you had nothing. You had absolutely nothing.
Barney says every single Bruce Lee movie.
Yeah. Don't. Bruce Lee's the man, but my man, that accent just translated.
The funny thing is, too, it's like he's technically American. That's just, I mean, whatever. It's the weirdest thing. He's an American trying to do an American accent, and it doesn't work.
Yeah,
He's 100% American. He just it was thick as fuck.
Yeah, it's funny. It's like,
yeah.
I would love to have been him, and so he's like, "Huh, interesting accent, Bruce. Where do you come from? New York, California. I think he's
San Francisco. San Francisco.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there's also what is it? John Voight and Anaconda.
Yes, we supposed to be Argentinian or whatever.
Yeah.
that was
Dude,
bad.
oh, that's so goddamn funny. I love that so much.
Excuse me, sir. Because of our friend Ninja Lawyer Steve, the film Anaconda needs to be referred to as the Mother's Day classic film Anaconda.
Wait, what?
Mother's Day
Ninja Lawyer
classic.
Steve was that story last week. How his family they wanted to go out on Mother's Day to see a movie, and literally the only film they could see was Anaconda, so they all went to see.
Damn.
That's like the whole family going to see that that one animated sausage movie and thinking it was a kids cartoon, but it wasn't.
That was still funny as shit.
Yeah, but that was
That's
still
still
a
funny as
movie.
shit.
Yeah.
I was gonna back to the accents. I was gonna say everyone in The Departed except Mark Wahlberg and Matt Damon.
Oh God.
I have still not watched that entire film. I own the Blu-ray.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, it is.
The ending fucks it up.
Yeah, a little bit.
It-
It's not movie related, but
Yeah.
Madonna, after she moved to England and married Guy Ritchie, and after 2 weeks she had a British accent in quotation marks. That was always funny listening to her talk. It's like,
Dude,
bitch.
do you ever watch that movie she made with him? The
Castaway?
Yep.
It's
Because
so
her
great.
fucking
Swept
husband
away.
was doing the movie. God damn. She's already annoying, but
She ruined
I
his
think
career for a while.
dude, you cannot get. I guarantee there's not a human alive that can get through that whole fucking movie. I tried watching it one time. It was on. I think it was on Netflix or something. I couldn't get through the halfway of it. She's so fucking annoying. Holy shit. Put her mouth on a freaking 357 or something. Like, what are you doing?
Damn. God damn, dude.
I didn't say pull the trigger. I'm just saying, at least at that point, I believe that you're scared. You know what I'm saying?
Oh gosh.
So, speaking of scary, avert your eyes if you're easily scared. I'm about to show you something. So, right here is from Star Wars, the holiday special. Now, guys, 2 days ago was the anniversary of this, and clearly we're going to spend the rest of the show talking about how great it is. And if you believe that, you're insane. I wanted to tell you guys the news about the Star Wars holiday special.
Oh, please tell me we're getting a Blu-ray release.
Even better.
4K.
Upcoming documentary will delve into the making of the infamous holiday special.
Oh boy. That might actually be entertaining.
Yeah, that will be entertaining.
A Disturbance in the Force aims to offer a deep dive into the Star Wars holiday special beyond its negative critical reception.
Oh man, is there any like behind the scenes footage of like them making it even, or did Lucas burn that too?
Happy birthday, motherfucker!
I bet you it's all going to be there. You know, it'd be really interesting too is to see. Well, okay, I don't know where Lucas's involvement is, or in Disney's begins, because for decades Lucas has never talks about the thing, right? But then Carrie Fisher is on record saying George needed a favor from me, and I requested that he give me a copy of the Star Wars Holiday Special on tape as payment. So there's the Carrie Fisher copy that's out there, but I wonder if this is going to be a situation where in the documentary Empire of Dreams, we saw at the time high-resolution clips of the original Star Wars without the special edition changes, but we never saw the film itself like that. We only had the special edition out there. I wonder if this is going to be a situation where this documentary, depending on who it's produced by, will include like high-definition clips of this thing, but we'll never actually get that version. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll use it as source material, but we'll never actually get to consume it.
I don't know, man. I don't know if they released a Blu-ray. I don't know how I'd feel about that, or if they made it available for like pre-order or whatever. I don't know how I'd feel about that. I'd be like, well, at least it's in high def, and I kind of want to own it just for like historical reasons, but I'm never gonna watch this thing.
I will. I don't think I've ever. No, wait, only once. Okay, so I tried to watch the holiday special 3 or 4 times. I've only maybe made it through once, and that was with Jeremy and Ethan on a High Council special. Torbo, bro.
Yeah.
It's robot spelled, or is it Tobor? Robot spelled backwards. Like that was it. So this will be a fun documentary. This is one of those things where it's like everyone dumps on this, but there are people that put their heart and soul into it. So it'll be interesting to hear that flip side. It's like when you saw the, if you guys did, there's a documentary on the ET Atari game, and you meet the programmer, the developer. It's like one guy, and you hear him talk about how his game is considered the worst and all this stuff, but he tries to talk about it in a different way. You know, he's only given this much time and stuff, and humanizes the story, which helps. And I wonder if this documentary will have those types of stories and have that same effect on people. If this documentary will soften people's stance on the holiday special, which most people just kind of look at it as stupid and pass on it anyway. Or do you think this will be a documentary kind of like The People versus George Lucas, where it's scathing and continues to damage, certain aspects of the community?
I think we'll get like a behind-the-scenes making of from a good perspective. I don't think it'll just be an hour and a half or 2 hours of just shitting on George Lucas for doing this.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully just funny shit of like all these actors recalling what they did. And it's like, oh yeah, we did this and this, that, and the other, and it was cut this way, and we didn't see it until the end, or like just something like that. Like if it's an entirely funny thing that they do, and all the weird stories they tell,
like a self-aware thing where they're just
exactly.
Like, we thought we were making something good, and then we fucking watched it.
Yeah. Like I would love something like that, because then it'd be like, all right, we're all laughing together. It's been a long time, okay, yeah, we get it. It's it's not good, but it's out there, kind of thing. I'd like that.
Hey, Dion.
Yes, buddy.
Is Bob Morton a character from Robocop?
Yeah.
Okay, he's in the chat tonight. Hi, Bob.
Hey, Bob. Good to see you.
Is he the Miguel?
Bob Morton made a mistake. I corrected that mistake.
Oh God.
Is he the executive that gets killed? It blows up in the house, right?
Yeah, he's one of the guys that helped create RoboCop.
Dude, the best line of RoboCop is not "dead or alive, you're coming with me" or all this other shit. It's "bitches leave."
Yes. That company that Hillary bought those wrestling t-shirts for me, they have one where it's just "bitches leave," and I want it so bad.
Dion, I have their t-shirt or their button-down shirt of The Rock, and I get their emails, and I am so tempted to buy it. But they're $70. So
I know. I got the Macho Man one, and I'm just like, it's hard to justify. I like getting them as gifts, that way I don't feel bad. But like buying them myself, it's like, holy shit. But that's what I would 100% fucking buy. Bitches leave.
You need to wait.
And of course, the second best one. The second best line is from the same character, Dick Jones! I work for Dick Jones!
Oh, my God. I have softened my stance on RoboCop because of you over the years, Dion. And
goddamn right.
But the thing is, RoboCop had always felt like this thing that I didn't like, and people talked about it. I'm like, whatever. Now I feel like because of you, I enjoy RoboCop.
Listen, if I get hit by a fucking bus, one of the many joys I've brought to your life, one will be fucking now your love of RoboCop. Just how fucking batshit insane that movie is.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
I still do cringe at the part where RoboCop gets his hand shot off, but other than that,
as you should.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that was the intention there.
So I see a lot of people like JSP talk about Red Foreman, aka Kurtwood Smith, the actor who played Red Foreman, as well as Clarence Boddicker in RoboCop. Yep. And I was on YouTube looking up random That 70s Show clips, and there's a compilation of all the up your ass comments. It's like 3 hours of that show is just I'm going to stick my foot up your ass jokes. It's so weird.
Damn.
You could get 2 movies out of that.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, is right. I love that show. That was a show,
great.
But it's also one that really kind of Amber Hearded the bed at the end.
Well, yeah, because fucking Topher
What's his
got
name?
greedy as fuck, and then and one of the reasons I love it is because like you forget that came out in '99, so 98, holy shit, but Topher Grace became Topher Grace that we now love and loathe, and that fucked the whole show. But then like randomly Josh Myers was in it, and it's just goddamn, man, it fell apart. They just couldn't hold it together. Sadly, even though the last episode is still pretty good, and obviously fucking Ashton Kutcher, he nutted in Demi and thought that he was a huge star, and that fucked it up too. And it's like, god damn it, just stay on the show for a couple more seasons, Kelso. What the fuck?
Yeah, dude, he came back more regularly than Eric did after they left the show.
That's true.
Because
That's true.
Kelso went off to Chicago to become a cop after he knocked up Shannon Elizabeth.
Mm-hmm. And then
Eric
they had that
Africa.
right before that. He had that epic episode with Bruce Willis. That episode's hilarious.
That show.
It's a time capsule, but it's one of those weird shows that's a time capsule and it transcends so well.
Yeah, like it's timeless in a weird way. And like I said, that last season and a half, 2 seasons, that show is pretty much like they hit their stride early and it worked. And that was one of those things too. It came out in that weird period in the 90s where you had that 70s resurgence. Like Star Wars came back out, everyone was getting back into Star Wars. Then all of a sudden you had Saturday Night Fever come back out, you had the Staying Alive song charting again, the Fugees covered it, like all the 70s stuff came back. Then that show dropped and it just was like old shit was cool again for a while. And I think that show really came out at the right time, but really helped set that standard. Sadly, it doesn't translate because you couldn't do that 80s show that sucked. And nobody would watch that 90s show. It would just be like Nirvana jokes, and it's not far enough away, I don't think.
At 100%, we're way too close to the 90s to have that TV show. Even with the 80s, I think, they didn't get what they were doing. That's one of the reasons it failed so hard. And then again, you had people that just weren't that funny. I mean, don't get me wrong. Dennis goes on to be one of the funniest dudes in TV history, but at that time, he just wasn't fit for a show that he wasn't part of the process. And again, that was the fucking the early 2000s, 20 years, not even 20 years removed from the 80s, and they're doing an 80s show. It's like, it's just not. And then the jokes were a lot more in your face as opposed to where that 70s show, it was in the 70s, but so much of the content was topical. Like everyone understands, your parents being a pain in your ass and your dad's a hard ass and you're fucking around with your friends in your basement. Like that's something that transcends. Whereas the 80s, it's like, hey, we spray shit in our hair and I own a record store and this chick's punk and that's kind of funny. And I got an Asian friend like that was like the whole joke. And it was like, oh, I don't know about that shit.
You brought up about the characters and stuff. I wanted to ask you, for everyone on the panel tonight, which character are you most like from that 70s show? Folks in the chat, who are you most like? I want to guess, who is Lape most like? Let's play that game.
Lape is fucking Fez, 100%.
Yeah.
Lape is Fez.
I think... Ooh, okay. We'll pick our character, and then we'll pick them for the each other, too. I think...
God.
Oh, God, who's who? Kendo is Hyde. Not just the glasses connection, but I think the aloofness, the character, the character I think is very similar to you. Dion's probably a mix of Kelso and Eric.
That's where I thought you were going with that.
Nick is closer to Eric.
Oh, thanks.
I like Eric Foreman, so it's not a dig.
He's hilarious.
And I think I'm most like Bob, Donna's dad. I really do.
Oh fuck. Oh fuck.
I mean, I was gonna say Dion's more like Kitty.
Damn.
Hey, she's hilarious, damn. I'm not ashamed of that at all.
Exactly.
Plus, she was a little cutie.
Yeah.
Wait, so she's in the little cutie club with such esteemed guests as Lena Dunham.
Obviously, there are levels to the club. But yes, she is definitely in the little cutie club for sure. Plus,
it's good to see
the
that
laugh.
Jeff pays attention.
When she laughs like that, I laugh every fucking time she laughs like that. That laugh is fucking. It's gold. I promise you. Every time I hear it, I laugh.
Thank you, Jeff, for paying attention to me calling that out every time somebody posts something about Lena Dunham in the fan page. I will never let that quote from Dion Green ever die.
Listen. I'm immortal in more ways than one. Goddammit! If that's the way I gotta get it done, I'll take it. Goddammit! I'll take it.
Dude,
I'm just fucking scared.
You better hope you outlive me, because on your tombstone it'll say, "Here lies Dion Tiberius Green," and the quotation on the bomb's gonna say, "She," in quotations, Lena Dunham, is a little cutie.
Listen. By the time we're old enough for that to happen, you're gonna get lost somewhere in the fucking Appalachians. I ain't scared.
I don't even live anywhere near those.
But which is why you get lost. It proves my point.
I'd have to make a wrong turn and just keep driving for like hours.
You outlive me. You outlive me, and you're so distraught. You're like, I gotta go check out these Appalachians finally, and then you get lost, and then you're like, fuck.
There's a way to.
He screwed me one more time. He fucked me over one last time, or he died. Damn it, Dion, you son of a Lena Dunham, fucking son of a bitch.
My friend Dion Green has passed away. I have to go to the Smoky Mountains now and find myself.
Damn it. It's just Kendo constantly carving into hard Dion and Kendo. That's all it is. Like on a tree somewhere.
He finds some fucking moonshine operation. He's like, God damn, I already hated fucking Hicks.
Hey, Kendo.
He carves our names in the tarp that's covered in one of the fucking jars.
Oh my god.
So, Kendo, is it true that on Wednesday nights you like to stay up late?
Oh yeah, and watch Kenny Omega while I masturbate.
I played that song for Jesse. It was his experience.
Meltzer says I'm in the key demo.
God, I wish
+5 stars.
Dude, I wish our audience had like more wrestling crossover interest, because we would have so much fun with making fun of Dave. Oh,
The dynamic dude, Dave Meltzer.
And you know he'd tweet about it too if he got wind of it.
he would. He'd be like, you know what, that podcast is like 3 stars. It was the Tokyo Dome.
These fucking internet marks talking shit about me on the podcast.
We should broadcast one time from the Tokyo Dome. Just get 85,000 stars.
Idea.
God, you're such an idiot, Dave Meltzer.
I wish somebody just
Fuck you,
that
dude.
into the Dome.
That's just what we got out of this conversation.
Kendo,
Such an asshole.
Yeah.
we should clip that, and we should send it to Conrad and ask him to put a button on his show. So anytime Bruce starts yelling about Dave Meltzer, Dion's voice just plays. Bruce, Dave Meltzer is such an idiot. And that's it.
Yeah. Same thing with Bischoff. Bischoff, he's not a fan of Meltzer either.
I love Eric Bischoff. The thing is, his podcast isn't the most interesting for the wrestling stuff, just his information that he's had working in the entertainment industry and how it actually works in the corporate structure. It's sad, too. Like, I think Bruce has fallen down again another peg. Like, JR is my absolute favorite. Maybe
because JR gives 0 fucks about anything at this point.
He's the greatest of all time.
He's in AEW and shit, and he's just still...
He doesn't care there either.
He's professional enough. Listen, Twitter has tried to take him down 3 times now, and he's just like he'll just admit I'm old. Like, what do you want from me? I'm just old. It was funny when I said it like that. I wasn't trying to hurt anyone's feeling. And Twitter's just like, okay, you're good point. Shit.
Dr. Meatball, I would love an OSW crossover. Maybe I should reach out.
Oh my god, dude, that would be awesome. And then Monkey Jeebus. You told me to listen to Cornette instead. That's where that song came from.
Yeah. Jim Cornette. Dan and I met him once. That was cool.
Did he tell you? Did he say thank you, fuck you, bye when you guys were leaving?
He was super, super friendly, but somebody was coming over to buy something from him, so Dan and I just walked away. We're like, hey, thanks. We'll come back later, Jim. And then that was kind of it. Never went back. But our friend John Thomas says, do they realize Maureen O'Hara and Gina Davis already did Women Pirate Captain Thing, and those were actually good movies? It's funny how Gina Davis and Cutthroat Island, time has been very kind to that film. John, Jesse and I actually had that conversation. Now, Dion, I'm almost positive you grew up watching Cutthroat Island. Right?
This is why we're best friends, because you fucking know me, sir.
And I mean, and this isn't a dig, so don't take it, but that just seems like a very Dion movie, a very action-packed film.
Oh my God.
You're 100% right. That's why it's so funny, because that's 100% a Dion movie, and I fucking love Cutthroat Island.
Like The Long Kiss Goodnight, they're both good enough action films that time just kind of forgot about or whatever, but they don't suck. I haven't seen Cutthroat Island, though, in 20 years.
Didn't Cutthroat Island get its own Game Boy game?
Yes.
Oh,
It was a major blockbuster. It had a Game Boy game. It had its own merchandise line. Remember back in the day, whenever a Blockbuster would come out, it'd have especially when it made it onto video or later DVD, they'd have the booklet where you could buy jewelry based on set pieces and shit like that.
They put a lot behind that movie.
Yes, they did, man. It had its own. It had its own PC game. It was fucking weird. And even as much as I love it, I was like, who okayed this shit? Like, if you watch the VHS, I mean, there's a whole ad for you buying Cutthroat Island merchandise, mugs and shit. It was fucking weird. It was weird. I don't know. Obviously, a lot of people lost their jobs for making that decision, but god damn it, is it not a perfect example?
Wait, did they? Wait, hold on. Did somebody lose their job, or did somebody, get a promotion? Let's be honest.
That's a good point, actually. That's a very sharp point. When you say it like that,
Yeah, because I mean, like you're in ads in the beginning of the movie on VHS before anything else, where you gotta like look at the merch, and if you like the movie enough after you watch it, go back to the beginning, call the number, get some merch.
The weirdest one was the Terminator 2 video, because there was a video about how the retailers should market the film and all this stuff, and it was like the most boring. I'm like, how can you make Terminator suck? Like, the way they talked about how you're supposed to sell Terminator, and it was all narrated by Robert Patrick, and he had the fucking T-1000 costume on the entire time.
I think you posted that in the chat one day, and I was like, this is great. I love this. This is nuts.
Now, speaking of like dumb merchandise from shit nobody likes, there's a Waterworld action figure to bring it full circle.
There is. I know that because I have to purchase a Dennis Hopper one day.
Oh God,
it does look like shit.
That needs to be clipped right there. It does look like shit. We need to have that clip ready for anything. Boom. It does look like shit.
Can we just take a quick second? I know this is going to seem kind of mean, but Kevin Costner is the actor who has action figures but shouldn't. I'm looking at
there's no one that's going to argue that point at all. I think
got
we can all...
somewhere. I still have the Kevin Costner from the Robin Hood, the action figure. I got that as a kid.
So
and
did
it had
I.
like a little bow and arrow and everything. I've got that somewhere. I don't know where,
I'm
so
sorry,
I still have it.
What is that?
That's the Kevin Costner figure Kendo's talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
My grandma bought me that at a Woolworths.
Yeah. And he had like a cape that was made out of like, cottony material and everything.
Yeah. So, the story behind a lot of those toys, Kendo, is that it's repurposed Star Wars stuff from Return of the Jedi. So,
I was not aware of that.
Like Friar Tuck's Village or whatever the hell, that's just the Ewok Village repurposed. It's the same toy.
That's hilarious.
And then there's like a van, like some kind of wagon or some kind of capture vehicle, and it's the same thing from Star Wars again. It's so weird. Because I don't know. I feel like Kenner reused Batman's body for this too. Like, this isn't a 1-to-1 Batman figure, but I'm like, those legs are definitely Batman figure, and I believe the chest.
For a second I was like, he's the wrong color.
Well, the Michael Keaton figure actually looked pretty cool from that era.
Okay.
So.
It's true.
But yeah, I didn't get into the whole thing. Like, we were the right age. Kevin Costner was meant to be this action star for us, and then he kind of went off and did stuff like Tin Cup and The Postman, and retired.
Kind of did stuff is a perfect example, because that shit was terrible.
Okay, Dion, let's play a quick game. Whose favorite movie is The Postman?
Chicks who work at coffee shops but can't really work at coffee shops.
And Joel.
Oh, God.
That makes sense.
Oh, Joel, I love you. I know you listen.
I believe that. I 100% believe that. Yeah. Jeez.
His tastes overall. You know what I'm saying?
The Joel fries.
The Joel fries,
God.
man. They never run out.
I miss the Joel fries, but I'm sure if I had too much of them, I would be sick of them.
Yes, it's not good for your soul.
It's a refined taste for damn sure.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
It is.
It does taste like shit.
it's like maraschino cherries. You have it in the drink one time, but you get too many of the motherfuckers, you want to throw up.
That's accurate. I'll just drink a whole jar, including two. So, if we can relabel that analogy into something that's actually gross. Like shit, if you would even use the candy corn analogy, I would have just sat that one out like, okay, I get it. But maraschino cherries, come on, man. They're delicious.
Well, I guess we found one motherfucker who likes maraschino cherries that much.
I do.
Yeah, two. Especially in
Hey, he's just saying that.
What's
He's
our
get
drink?
lost in the fucking Appalachia.
You go to Appalachia.
You go to Appalachia.
We're all going to Appalachia. Thanks.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
I was born. I was merely born in Appalachia.
Bullshit, you embraced it.
Oh God.
Let's see.
I'm too goddamn close. Shit.
Let's see. Paul Otis says, I just bought the Star Wars, the original trilogy 4K Blu-rays. Do the special edition changes ruin the movie, or are they just there and gone? Oh, Paul, I am so sorry. If you've never seen any of the special edition Star Wars changes, I am going to stop what we're doing for just a second and show you some. Because they're up for debate. I know most people do not like them in this community. I get it. I think some have value. I think some are absolute dog shit. So a couple that I think are stupid and should be removed. Most of A New Hope's special edition changes outside of the Battle of Yavin. And I'm talking like the intro to Mos Eisley, the Jabba the Hutt stuff, anything at the cantina. Those are all dumb changes. Those are pretty much like this. Non-special effects changes where, they fixed the matte lines or this or that. That's where I kind of, I like it. I also am okay with the Emperor change. What about you guys? Any of the ones you like off the top of your head?
Emperor change I'm all about.
Fixing those weird boxes around the ships is fine.
See, I love the old boxes, like the Sterling Land Speeder. I give me Vaseline over wheels any day, and they lie.
Oh yeah. I'm with you. I'm with you on that.
Like I love that one.
Yeah.
I like the Millennium Falcon change when it's taken off from Mos Eisley. I do like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Empire when it's the Millennium Falcon in there. And it's changing position, and you see the thrust burst. I like that change. When they fly at the Star Destroyers. I like the adjusted explosion from the generator on the Battle of Hoth.
That's the kind of stuff Lucas needed to fix, in my opinion.
Yes.
Because what he was trying to do and what he did do, it was so close to what I think he was trying to achieve, where he made Star Wars timeless for the next generation, because there were effects that dated. And yeah, I know there are some movies that I like where the effects, Spider-Man, there are some shots that look bad, or Robocop, what's his face gets shot out the window, his arms are 8 feet long. Like, yes, they're funny and they're cute and we love them because we're fans of it, but they do take you out of the moment. They do look bad. Like when Beetlejuice, you can see where the head, shifts off the painting and stuff like that. Like little things like with the characters that ruin it for people that may not be fans. So that idea is cool to try to modernize and make Star Wars timeless. But he went a step further with story changes and too much.
100%, yes.
When you alter, like even something as huge as like the intro to, the ascent into Cloud City, where you have that new shot of the Millennium Falcon landing and stuff. I like that stuff, but even that is like right on that line of almost too much. I think if Lucas would have been smart and taken one more pass at the old CGI and modernized it, it would be better looking at 10-year-old CGI as opposed to 20-year-old CGI, or actually 23-year-old CGI. So I think he's in an accident. He's dated his movies by trying to modernize them.
Yes. 100%.
Yeah.
Especially when CGI is relatively new. That's just, the Mos Eisley thing is a perfect example of that. It's so fucking dated. It's pretty silly.
I mean, George Lucas was focused on shit like blinking Ewoks, but he couldn't get all the.
Oh, don't remind me of that. God damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, the images you're showing right now look like it looks like they look like PS2 graphics at this point. It's just doesn't look good.
Sice noodles.
Yeah.
I mean, I stand by the Battle of Yavin in the special edition, but other than that, it's kind of hard to justify.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. It was, it brought up a notch, made it a little bit more epic. It was, and it didn't need it, but it was a nice little add he did to it. I'm glad they're there.
Yeah, and the what do you guys think of the Sarlacc Pit edition with the beak?
I hate it. I thought it was.
That was weird. That was
when
weird.
You fall into it, like that's a much more menacing monster than you have a beaked thing coming out of the. It just looks so fucking dumb.
Yeah.
I don't think there's another creator in history, more prolific creator like George Lucas, who made such a string of bad decisions with his work.
Yeah, that he has that title by a mile.
It's almost comical.
Over decades. Yeah, over decades he did it. It's if you didn't love it, you think it's hilarious.
I love it, and I think it's hilarious though.
I mean, there's no one in movies. I mean, the only comparable, I think, just in pop culture in general, is probably Vince McMahon. I mean, but that's apples to oranges. You know what I'm saying? Like that, it's that crazy ass run at the end of the '80s and into the Attitude Era was just so fucking bad. But even then, that's not as long. I mean, even though you got the 2009, 2010 and shit, but it's just. That's the only comparable person I can think of. It's insane what Lucas did.
and I wish people, that comparison is really apt, and I wish people would understand just how on the nose you hit that one. Like, seriously, Vince McMahon and George Lucas have so many similarities across the board because they took something, they either invented something, like they invented Star Wars, or they took something and invented their own version of it, like Vince took from his dad and made the WWF National. But they are its own, I don't say greatest enemies. I'll go with that Disney for Star Wars, but like they definitely did more damage to their babies at the end. Like they reached their highs, and no one will ever reach those highs, and no competitor can ever top that. And I know people think it's silly to say you'll never get bigger than Star Wars, but you really won't, because we can't have a movie stick around for a year anymore, let alone 40 years, almost 43 now. Yep. But Lucas, just all of those choices were so comically bad, and people around him just sat there quietly, and fans kind of scratched their head and waited for the next thing. And it was like no one told the guy they were bad, and now that's kind of what's remembered. It sucks too, because the best comparison I ever heard, analogy for Star Wars, the special edition, was Star Wars is the world's most beautiful car, and the special edition is that beautiful car, but some asshole keyed the shit out of the door. And while it's still mostly the same car, and you can love it and appreciate it, your eye will always be drawn to those scratches, and you can never get that perfect car again.
Right.
That is what Star Wars is. It's that car. So that was a really long way to answer a super chat. Folks, if you need stuff like that, just send them in. We'll answer them like that. But Paul, good luck, and let us know how your special edition journey was. Liquor Jim, thank you very much. He says, hey, fellow BSers, are you interested in awesome comics? Billy Tucci landed another chapter of She exclusively on Indiegogo. Look for She Haikio. I will take a picture of that because I like Billy Tucci's artwork. I think he's very talented. So thank you, Liquor Jim, for the update. She has been around for a while. I feel like you would see that book in... Dion, remember Wizard magazine?
Holy shit. Talk about blast from the past. Yeah.
God, that was... You talk about comic culture at its peak. And people say, well, with the Marvel movies, it was at its peak. No, I mean like actual comic book culture, because in that 90s, right before that era, right before the bubble burst, you had Wizard, you had movies talk about the comic culture, like Mallrats. It was so cool and hip to be into the comic stuff.
Yeah.
And then, it got greedy, the bubble burst, and it went away. But I don't know circulation numbers of Superman back in the day. I'm going to go with those are the most circulated books because that was the most pervasive form of entertainment for kids. But it was so fun back then, Dion. You remember, like, you would get excited. You go to I'd go to Kroger because my mom wasn't going to buy me an $8 magazine, but like I'd go to the store and I'd read it and I'd go, oh my God, Spider-Man's doing this and all that. And you would just get excited. And that's so gone because, and it goes really back to that climate we talked about earlier. You can't just have pure fun with this stuff. It can never be like, oh, we're going to read strictly about comics. You have to get some, white knight on Twitter that wants to talk about, the social relevance of Kamala Khan's heritage when the rest of the world is just like, she's not that cool. We don't like her. And then, like Wizard would have just not promoted the character. They would have just said that didn't work. It was a simpler time. And damn it, I miss it. Like, it was so exciting to get one of those books in the mail eventually.
Dude, God, Wizard. Yeah, it's a blast from the past where it was like, hey, let's try this. And if it doesn't work, it's not because that you're a piece of shit. It's because, straight up, hey, it didn't work. We're trying, let's see if they like a girl character, a guy character, androgynous character, whatever. Let's just try it, and the feedback, and it was all positive. Just the talk around all that was so fucking positive, and it was to talk about how cool the characters, especially for comic books, man. Like, oh my God, it was just this is cool and da 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 da, and what. Fuck! I miss that so much. I miss just being able to like a character for what you can see. What's intention be damned. I just created this character, and either they like it or they don't. If not, we're gonna try something else. Or this is the feedback that we're getting. This is what people are saying. Read about the backstory, and they can do this, that, and the other. And goddamn, man, it's just a different time.
Was it D. Hell Fox about introduced to Star Wars for the 90s special editions? I was introduced to Star Wars right before those came out, but I was given the special editions on tape. So I was in the 3rd grade when they hit tape. I didn't know every change. So for years, I just kept watching those versions, and it took me a while to realize how different it was. So it was I had to reverse engineer my Star Wars knowledge because I was so like, oh, I knew the Jabba the Hutt was an edition because it was on the tape, but I didn't remember that Greedo shot, and it was different in the original until I watched Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, and I'm like, oh wait, what? And then it was just
I didn't until we were freshmen, or it was either freshman or sophomore year. We were going to lunch, and we were talking about. I was like, no, Greedo shoots at Han first. You were like, no, dude, the original cut. And I just remember, and it was like a fucking Daredevil mask was taken off my face. I was like, holy shit.
I know that you were the in that gif where the math was flying around her head and she's just like, huh? And you're like, whoa, that was your moment.
Yeah, dude. I was like, holy shit. Like, oh my God. What did they do to my Star Wars?
Our friend Canadian Spider-Man has a question. He says, Jeff, is there an okay intro gaming system for $250? Well, if you did want to spend $50 more, you can buy the new Xbox Series S. It's the smaller one, but that's the newest one technically. If you want to spend in that price range, obviously you get a PlayStation 4. And right now, if you're just trying to get into gaming, like a PS4 would be good because you have all the old games to play. And a lot of the new PS5 shit is just PS4 shit. So if you bought that system, you probably got another year or two of new games. So
easily.
Super cheap. If you wanted to get a used one, you could get it for super duper cheap.
Oh yeah, I'm keeping my PS4 for a while until all the bugs get worked out of the new systems.
It's a great system. I don't know where I put mine at actually. As I say how much I like it. Where'd it go? Shit. It's not currently hooked up. Sorry, not PlayStation. But yeah, Canadian Spider-Man. If you want to take that approach, the Nintendo Switch is cool, but Canadian Spider-Man, if you don't have it, get yourself a PlayStation 4 and get that Spider-Man game. You will not regret it. For the price, for that investment alone,
100%. 100%.
Yeah, man. You're going to get an amazing game out of that. Makini90, thank you very much. He says, hail, WCBS, party boob! Thank you very much, Makini90. Hail to you too. Folks, make sure you check out Makini90 on Instagram Excellent art always gets a thumbs up from me. Now, our friend Ian Slater sends in 3, so I'm going to read these in order. First off, he says, opinions. Can an indie movie be made for $1,000?
You have to have some skilled motherfuckers on your side.
Yeah,
Right.
two guys in a room, one camera, and a weekend. There you go, $1,000.
Well,
hire a sound guy and a lighting guy for just the weekend and shoot everything over those 2 days.
that's a way you could do it. Also, you could shoot it on a smartphone if you knew somebody that had.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Smartphone,
Yeah.
you could
There's
borrow.
There's a movie I think still on Hulu. It's called Tangerine, entirely shot on I think like an iPhone 7 or something. They had the only addition they had to it was like I think they had the stabilizer from DJI, and they had an anamorphic lens on the phone, and like those are the only add-ons. Everything, all the other money was spent on food and sound. So
He also says, if no, what's a good low price for an indie movie? Well, Clerks was made for $27,000, and that was all financed on credit cards.
yeah. I mean, if it will, once again, it really depends on what you're trying to do, the genre, and like all that other stuff. But if it's your first movie and your first attempt, I say just go for it. Do what you can with what you have, because that is going to be a lot more. That's going to be a lot more helpful than going to film school. Because as soon as you make the first movie and you see every mistake you've made, you'll immediately be better when you make your second one.
And then he also says, last one, 2020 can kiss my Puerto Rican / black ass.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, man.
I'm just ready to party. I don't know if I'll survive New Year's this year.
Shit.
We're gonna try. We're gonna push it to the end.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening for my New Year's. If I hope I don't have to just stay in my apartment and like, try to party on with like the ball drop or some shit like that or whatever's gonna happen. I might try to find a party and just risk it. I don't know.
If you can't, you should just live stream us. Just like we'll call each other on fucking Facebook or something. And just get really drunk or something. Call us up.
Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know. I'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Still got a while for that. So.
Okay, so here's an excellent question from TLJ Screwjob, and then we're going to talk about Kurt Russell. So TLJ Screwjob says, who's better / cooler, John Matrix or John Rambo? I say Rambo.
Oh, who's cool? If we're talking cool factor, it's definitely Matrix.
Interesting. Why do you say that?
For the level of impact he had from one film, plus, he didn't have to deal with the turmoil of coming out of the Vietnam War the same way that Rambo was. Because Rambo's not cool in First Blood. He's not a cool character. He doesn't get cool probably until he's in the jungle in part 2. Whereas from the jump, Matrix he's smelling motherfuckers downwind. He's carrying logs with one hand. He's pretending to hit his fucking daughter with a goddamn really well polished axe. He's barehanding fucking flipped Porsches and putting them back on their wheels. I mean, he's balls to the walls right away. And he was wearing a fucking blazer that wasn't coordinated with his outfit before he jumped off of a plane. That's fucking huge.
Oh god. I'm going to be devil's advocate here and say John Rambo, because you get more of a story over those few movies. You learn more and more about him, and the character's a little bit more developed than John Matrix.
I wish we would have one of these every week. Like you pick a character with a name like, Jason Bourne or Jason Voorhees. Who's cooler? And then you're like,
Voorhees.
well,
Voorhees for sure.
A phone book to punch a dude in the head, and the other just cuts the dude's head off.
You and Hillary love that part so goddamn much, and I laugh every time you bring it up because I mean, don't be wrong, I fucking love Ultimatum. It's a great movie. But every time I see that scene now, I think of you and fucking Hillary. And when Hillary says she starts laughing, and I think of you and Hillary being like, I will fucking grab a fucking phone book. I mean, we did it when we got drunk one time. I'm just like, I could never see that scene the same way again every goddamn time. It has changed my way of watching that movie forever.
Oh god.
I only saw that movie once. but it just stuck with me because it was so dumb. Like, who the fuck picks up a book and punches the book to punch the dude in the head? It's like punch him in the face. Plus,
Well, I mean, it's less damage to your hand is why he does it.
I know, but it's also Matt Damon, and I can't buy him as an action star.
Because you're fucking a foot taller than him.
Come on, dude.
Matt Damon.
Like, I don't take Craig seriously either. So
because from it seemed like from the jump that man didn't want to do the movie, and it reads on all the James Bonds he's done.
I know,
you know,
he's ready to retire.
Yeah, and I don't know. I've never liked any of the Bonds he's been in, even Casino Royale. It's kind of like, why did you restart this franchise? Why did you see fit to do that? Why? What's going on there?
He literally said that he would rather slit. I'm like the only dude that likes Daniel Craig and James Bond, but he literally said, "I'd rather slit my wrists than do another James Bond movie." And then they ripped that check off. He was like, "You know what? I can do one more. I can do one more movie." Yeah.
I would love to see the price of that check and be like, well, what is this? How much you're worth? This is how much you think you're worth, and how much you wanted. How much will stop you from like?
I want to say No Time to Die. He got paid like $52 million.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it was fucking nuts.
Oh man,
God, I would love to get paid to do something I hate so much.
Yeah, no shit.
For $52 million, god damn. Shit.
If I got paid $52 million to do anything, I would never complain about anything again in my entire life.
Man, you'd be counting your money.
Yeah.
Seriously, if they're like, hey Jeff, do this thing for 6 months that you'll fucking hate and you get $52 million, and I'm like, I won't get sick or die at the end of it? No. Okay, I'll do it. And then I'd never complain. I hate when that quote from Daniel Craig pops up, because it's like, you are playing every guy's favorite like fantasy character. Who doesn't want to be James Bond? Even in real life, it's like, hey, maybe you don't like the movies that much, but who wouldn't want that lifestyle? The dude that has the keys to the castle hates it. Why is it that people like him and Harrison Ford that play these iconic characters that are just like so against them? Maybe Arnold coming back to play the Terminator is a little whatever, but you got a guy like Stallone. He treats all his old characters with respect. That's why a Rambo movie is still a big deal. That's why Rocky is now multi-generational. Like, he respected them. And I mean, maybe he never created Rambo, but Rocky, he based him off Chuck Wepner, but that's a character he wrote. So, I mean, he just kind of shepherded them on. Why do these guys that get the ones that are even more iconic? Because, yeah, Rocky and Rambo are awesome, but like 007 and Han Solo are just next level. And it's like, those are the guys that are always just like, it was just a role, or I don't want to talk about it, or don't call me Batman. It's like, oh, come on, man.
I think it's
I get the practical experience they had, where it's long hours and all that shit. Like I'll say I empathize with that. I understand that it was very hard on them, relatively speaking, very hard on them mentally, emotionally, long hours, blah, 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 blah. But at the same time, if I was sitting on a movie set in fucking Azerbaijan playing a character that I'm going to be remembered for well after I die, and I'm getting paid into the fucking 7 figures, I'm like, yo, this is pretty fucking cool. And again, I've never been an actor. I understand it. But as much as I try to understand why they wouldn't want to keep doing that, even as artists, right? My empathy stops right where you are, Jeff. Like, yo, you're getting paid millions of dollars, and yeah, you might have 12, 13-hour days, but bitch, you're sitting on a movie set in another fucking country, and everything these people are doing are going to be focused on your face.
Yeah.
And this thing that you are going to do, this character you're bringing to life, is going to be a big deal, and you're going to be remembered for this well after you fucking die. I find it very hard to be understanding of what him. I'd rather slit my wrist, bitch, for $50 million fucking dollars. 50. I'd be in a fucking Zack Snyder film for $50 fucking million dollars.
Well, yeah, but that check got to clear first, and you're like, all right, I'll see you.
Right. It's got to clear. I ain't just showing up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Once the check cleared, the ink's on the paperwork, be like, all right, is it dry? We good? All right, I'll see you tomorrow.
Right.
Just reemphasizes why everybody hates or nobody takes Hollywood people seriously. It's like you're getting paid a shitload of money to play pretend when there's lots of people in this world making way less and hating every moment of their day.
Well, even
get a fucking
then,
grip on reality.
Well, even then, main actors in those movies, I want to say, anybody who works in the film industry can correct me, please. They don't work the full 12-hour days. I think they're there for a little less because they're there. They show up early to get dressed or whatever. They do, and then if makeup's makeup's the thing to do makeup. But everything, like Dion said, everything's prepared for their face. Like they set up lights, they do the shots, they have stand-ins, they do all this stuff, and then once they're ready, they'll call them to set. And only if the actor's ready will they actually go to set. Like the director will be like, "Yo, we're ready for you," and then they call their assistant and be like, "All right, so and so's coming to set," and they have a whole thing, and then they start doing the takes and start going through the motions and doing scene 1, scene 1A, take 1, marker, and then go on.
Either way. And I mean, a 12-hour day. It's like you make a movie, you work for 40 days, and then you're off for like 5 months.
Well, not only that, you're on set, quote unquote. But if you're the fucking star of a franchise tentpole film, you have a trailer, you have food prepared, you have someone driving you to and from the hotel. You are not staying in a fucking Super 8. I understand that it's fucking emotional. If you said, "Hey, I'm gonna fly my wife, my girlfriend, my boyfriend, whoever the fuck out for a week," really? Not only can you afford to do that shit, but some cases they do that for you. Like I that's the part where I'm just like, yo, I mean, you're being kind of a little bitch right now, Daniel, and you need to fucking stop. Like, you need to fucking cut that shit out.
Well, you know what? Let's talk about an actor who's not being a bitch. The man in front of you right here, Kurt Russell. So,
oh shit,
Dion,
America's treasure, Kurt Russell.
America's treasure, Kurt Russell. America's hero.
One of our patron saints, Kurt Russell.
Yes. Yeah. I'll tell you what I said to Jesse after I read this story on air, because it was it's a great thing. I just don't really want to say it right now. Okay. But what do you think his most iconic role is, or what's your favorite role of his? Put it like that. Favorite, not iconic. What's your favorite?
My favorite is Big Trouble in Little China. I gotta say, old Jack on Pork Chop Express is my favorite. If we're saying iconic, it's probably Wyatt Earp and Tombstone. But I mean, I fucking motherfucking Jack Burton is the goddamn man. The Pork Chop Express. Like, listen, they asked me if I paid my dues. Yes, sir. The check is in the mail.
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna jump in and say Jack Burton's my favorite.
Oh my god. But I need to. You know what? I'm going to read those comics in the next few weeks. I need to read those comics and learn more about Jack Burton.
Dude, yes.
I think we all need to just consume everything John Carpenter created, and that is in the John Carpenter world created about his characters. I think we'd all be better off. So
listen, if I was one universe I'd live in, I want to live in the John Carpenter universe. Like all the crazy that shit. It's fun, it's scary, it's exciting, it's adventurous. And again, you at the very least you get to drive a fucking big rig and you just get to yell into a goddamn fucking radio all day and night. Fuck yeah.
So let's talk about Kendo, what about you? The characters.
Definitely one of my favorite characters, probably like Dion said, his most iconic is Wyatt Earp. My favorite Kurt Russell movie, though. Oh, that's tough.
Overboard,
right?
Sure. No,
dude, that's a low-key guilty pleasure movie of mine.
What is it?
Overboard with Kurt Russell and Goldie.
I love Overboard too. Don't feel bad.
I love that movie.
Which one's your favorite, Kendo?
I have no idea. It's too hard to choose. I'll just go.
I don't blame you, dude. It's fucking tough as shit.
Even Soldier.
I know what mine
is. Dude,
I
fucking love Soldier. Oh my god, I love that movie.
Yeah, tell us about it.
What just happened?
Hold on.
Reality?
Yeah,
I had to bang my desk. Fucking
Dion loves Soldier that much.
I fucking love Soldier. Listen. Oh my god. Listen, Sergeant Todd is my top 3 Kurt Russell characters.
Oh wow. Yeah. I haven't watched Soldier again. I watched it when it came out, and I haven't watched it since. I know I need to watch it again just to kind of get context of what's going on. So,
and the fucking roster on that movie is fucking stacked. It's like what the fuck? And he doesn't say much in the movie, but he has one of the coolest lines in all of fucking action movie history. What are you gonna do? I'm gonna kill them all, sir. And that's it. That's it. That's all he says. And then he kills them all. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
No love for Tango and Cash. Tango and Cash?
I love Tango and Cash. I
Tango and
fucking
Cash
love
is
that
good.
movie. We've talked about that.
That's my favorite Kurt Russell movie because it is ridiculous and I watched it a lot as a kid and I fucking love it.
He single-handedly makes Sylvester Stallone funny.
Oh yeah, and also Jeff.
Like,
Jeff,
you know how fucking powerful you in the powers of the Force you gotta be to make Sylvester Stallone fucking funny? Come on now.
That's true. That's true.
That
Also-
man is a Jedi goddamn master.
Yeah. Also, Jeff, your boy Harold Faltermeyer did the music for that.
I need to
Yes,
hear
he
that.
did.
I need to see that film.
Yeah. Yeah, but
So-
to do Tango Cash, what is it? Terry Hatcher is Stallone's sister, and she's in a fucking strip club. So yeah.
Nice.
I think she's a pretty underrated Bond girl. She's not like a top tier one, but she's.
I'd agree with that.
Hey.
I'd
Like,
agree
well,
with that.
yeah. The Bond movie that she was in was still like in her prime, and still in her prime. So yeah.
Dude, Terry Hatcher just in general, she's a roll tider to the day we
Oh
die.
yeah.
Yep.
And it's pretty crazy. She's been Lois Lane. She's been a Bond girl. Like that's a hard roster to top if you are a lady, on the silver screen.
And a Desperate Housewife.
And, well, we don't talk so much about that. Yeah, that's a weird TV show. Like that TV show. That's just a group of white women that people would fuck, but you don't care what they say at all. Like that show went on for like 8 seasons, and I don't remember a goddamn word they said. I just remember being like, they're all fuckable. What are they even talking about? I don't know.
Dude, there was a clip where somebody was having sex and then the house caught fire, and that's all I saw. And that's Desperate Housewives to me.
I remember one dude had a heart attack in bed, and then I just don't remember that show at all. I just remember being like, damn, that is a fine lineup of a starting 5. I am all about it, but also what happened, I don't know, and I don't care. One of them was selling weed, I think. I don't remember.
I didn't realize the Lois and Clark, the Adventures of Lois and Clark was that short of a run.
Yeah, something like 3 or 4 seasons.
Wow. That was very long.
And Dean Cain is one of the most underrated Superman ever, for sure.
True. Apparently, she was also in MacGyver.
Damn.
Yeah.
So, are you guys ready to hear why Kurt Russell is being?
Oh shit! Yeah, we were talking about that.
sorry.
Yeah. We went off a tangent.
Back to Kurt.
So, Kurt Russell has advice for court jester celebrities: steer clear of politics. Kurt Russell wishes his fellow Hollywood players would keep their trap shut when it comes to politics, so they can remain the court jesters he believes they all are. As far as I'm concerned, you should step away from saying anything so you can still be seen by your audience in any character, the 69-year-old actor told the New York Times this week. There's no reason entertainment can't learn just as much as anybody else about a subject, whatever it is. But I think that's what's sad about what they lose with their status as a court jester. And I'm a court jester. That's what I was born to do. Russell has appeared in Netflix's Christmas Chronicles Part 2, blah, 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 blah. So, for Russell, believing actors shouldn't get overtly political doesn't mean they can't occasionally speak the truth to power. A court jester isn't always funny, he said. A court jester is the one who can walk into a castle and put the king down as long as he doesn't hit too close to home. I think it's been a big, important part of all the culture throughout history. The one thing I don't agree with is just because we have a platform, we should always use it, Russell said. That's our choice. He added that while he will dance with Han occasionally for their Instagram posts, he can tell you how little he cares about social media. So I just thought this was really refreshing.
Yeah, man.
I thought it was a nice positive thing to kind of close the show out tonight with, because for everything else, you hear about canceling this and threatening that, and this person's this and all this stuff. Kurt Russell puts himself in the same position as everyone else. He's like, we're all court jesters. And the line he said about it's important to keep your trap shut so people can see you in any character, that I think was the most important thing he's ever said outside of, Pork Chop Express shit. But really, I think he really hit the nail on the head, especially in this climate. Because, the election's over, but shit hasn't really calmed down. So.
That's true.
Yeah.
I agree with him.
I agree with him, too.
Yeah, and
I'm glad
I
you called
mean,
them court gestures. I refer to them as dancing chimps, but that's just me.
I refer to the term meat puppet. So yeah.
I wish. By the way, Sander Hammerslag. Sorry, I ate a gummy bear, but I wanted to share this real quick. Again, the link to the Phantom Menace Indiegogo will be shared right here. But one more time, I wanted to show part of the cover with our buddy Uncle Ethan Van Sciver with his pie, and you can see a little bit of the preview stuff. This is still in progress right now, but this is part of our Phantom Menace Stealing Solo reprint cover, which will be featuring some of your favorite creators. So just I'm dropping the link in the chat, share it around, spread the word, let everybody know it's back. It's time to do this. And there's even going to be a new back cover from your boys on the WCBS crew. So Dion and I, Dion voted, Kendo voted. I don't know if Nick voted, but I guess we all voted on the topic. We're going 90s action figure buff for the back cover. So if you do Power of the Force 2.
Oh yeah. I was entirely with that. Yeah, that works. So
so let's catch up on the super chats, and let's put this baby to bed.
Oh yeah. Well. To talk to Diego Flores. I should have said Stargate because I'm a huge fan of Stargate, but Tango and Cash I watched a lot as a kid. But you're right, Stargate. He did do a damn good job as Jack O'Neill, and like even to give his the Colonel, and also like once again like in the beginning you learn a lot about his character very quickly, and they show you they do a good job of like showing his character very quickly and showing you very little at the same time and kind of building that character up. Damn good job.
So we did read about Mark C with the Rick Moranis one. TLJ Screwjob says Dion keeps denying loving Dark Fate. Horsehead in his bed.
Oh, jeez.
Going Godfather style.
Oh,
Motherfuckers.
gosh.
Outside of The Godfather, what's the best mob/crime movie? Go.
Oh, fuck.
If we're specifically saying mob, I think I'm gonna have to go with Casino.
Good choice.
Yeah.
Mine too.
Yeah, definitely Casino.
That is really
Goodfellas
good.
gets a lot of love and attention, but I prefer
Yes.
Casino.
Yes, Goodfellas is awesome, but I like my Robert De Niro movie where he's the main part of it. Whereas Goodfellas, don't get me wrong, I love Ray Liotta, but give me De Niro all day.
Weekend at Bernie's, excellent choice. We all love.
Oh God, no, I do love. I also love American Gangster. I think that's a really
American
fun
Gangster's
one.
good. That's a good one. That's a great one. That's a fucking great one. My man.
Yeah,
where I got that from.
Yeah.
You get me, man. You motherfucking get me, Nick.
I'm gonna pick the worst one ever. It stars
Godfather.
everyone's favorite actor, Chris Kattan, Corky Romano.
Oh Jesus.
Oh,
Talk about someone who torpedoed their own career. God damn.
Well, at least
Yeah.
at least you didn't pick Find Me Guilty with Vin Diesel.
I haven't even heard of that movie. How am I gonna pick that?
Find Me Guilty. What the fuck is that?
Oh, I'm interested.
Yeah, it's a shitty mob movie he did years ago when he tried to grow back his hair.
Let's see. Hold on. What were you trying to say? Let's see. Today is the 30th anniversary, and technically Captain Falcon's birthday is coming up. So F-Zero game that came out in 1990. You guys ever play F-Zero?
Yep.
Yeah.
The only way, my introduction to that series was actually through Super Smash Brothers because I didn't grow up with the F-Zero game. So when I played Smash Brothers in 99, like Captain Falcon from the F-Zero games, I'm like, what is that? And I went back and subsequently played them, but they're fun. I don't have a favorite. I wish they'd make a new one though. If they put that in HD on the Switch, I'd probably buy it because I'm tired of Mario Kart. I love it, but they need to put more maps out.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, are they going to do like a DLC thing, or they just don't care?
Well, it's not that they don't care. The Mario Kart that's on the Switch currently is last gen's Mario Kart. They just
gotcha.
So it was already like the deluxe version with all the DLC added. It just, I love it, but I just played it, through a bunch. So they need to put out a new Mario Kart, Nintendo. I'll buy it.
I mean, they're really good at rehashing their characters over and over again, so it shouldn't be a problem.
So our friend Adam Walford, thank you very much for your generous super chat. He says, and the Oscar goes to Dion Green for best acting of 2020. He earned it on benefit of his friend's podcast. Only later he would be the star in the best picture of 2021, getting my black ass out of hell.
I feel like that's a Spawn reference. It might be.
Hey, I'm down for that. Fuck yeah. Well, challenge accepted.
I have played Crash Team Racing. It's a lot of fun. You know what? I'm going to buy that, Jesse, on the PS4. You know, I said we're going to do some Twitch on that. I'm going to buy us that game, too. We'll see what plays better.
If you buy it, I'll buy it.
Shit. Oh, also, since I'm having issues with getting some of the camera and microphone on the Xbox to work, I think I'm just going to commit to the new Call of Duty on PS4 and stream that there. So we can play it together is what I was getting at.
Yeah. Once again, if you buy it, I'll buy it. I'm sure Dion will buy it, and we can all play together and have a good time.
I assume Dion already has it.
I actually did not. Actually, I've been lazy, man. I've been playing fucking Warhammer.
You okay? There you go. Fair enough. I'm not trying to go, oh, woe is me or anything. We've just been busy with stuff with the cat. Like I told you, the cat had to go get a surgery and all this other stuff. So I've just been dealing with real life stuff. I played one level of Gears of War. Like little kid me would be so pissed off. Like the day I got the GameCube, I did nothing but play GameCube. And then the next day and whole Thanksgiving break was GameCube. I got this and I'm like, oh, wait, I have this, and this to do. I beat one level. I can't even get back. All right, I'm like, I'm so old right now. I need to get back into it. Oh. Huh? Oh, okay, I'll share that link in a second. Brett Cohen says, the fandom really deserves a Dark Fate Dion watch along with the Teddy Dion so he can point every time he's hurt. We can bet on what Teddy bits are pointed to the most.
Oh my God.
Jesus.
You know what they're going to do? You know? They're going to have to make you a teddy bear that has an asshole on it because that's where Terminator Dark Fate is repeatedly.
You're not wrong. At that point,
oh my God.
That's where that movie's fucking going.
All one time you watched it.
God damn. The accuracy of that one. Too sharp.
Hey Jesse, Shadzar's really excited about your boob shaking video.
Oh, good.
Yeah, Shadzar says Jesse just dropped a video shaking her boobs. Sorry, WCBS, gotta go watch it.
True story.
I was watching her film that video where she was shaking her boobs. It was just fun because in the video she's screaming about Anita Sarkeesian and her lack of knowledge about boobs. God. And Jesse's like literally jumping in the air and smacking herself in the chest. It's in the video, folks. Go watch. A good number of people just laughed.
Jeff, please tell me you wrote, directed, and produced that video.
Of course. Under the name of Eli Roth. Yes, IMDb is the most accurate.
Oh my God.
Let's be honest, no one ever writes a Geeks and Gamers video. Barney the Nucleosaurus Reeks says, gentlemen, you're better off live streaming. Okay, we did read that one. Thank you very much, Barney. He also said, let's see. Dixon Cider said, Dion's gift will be arriving before the ones I ordered did. Guess even Japan knows not to mess with Dion's black ass. Party boob!
That's right.
I think you're a little upset, though, because you want Japan to mess with your black ass.
Well, I want certain parts of Japan, preferably the female and less inhibited and down to do some freaky shit part of Japan. Now, the rest of it, y'all stay over there.
Hey, Dixon Cider, this is from Jesse to you. What is this?
Oh God!
He knows.
Oh,
he knows.
Okay.
Well, yeah. Apparently, Dion wants some sushi. Yeah, I can't even say it. I'm too drunk.
Sushi.
I'm not even attempt it. Oh God.
Akibono. Let's see. Our friend Raging Rhino. He says, Jeff, I just sent Jesse a DM for you regarding Cuties. Well, thank you very much, Raging Rhino. Jesse's off in the other room doing something right now, but I will. She'll grab it in a minute. Ninja Lawyer Steve says, can't we just watch Return of the Ewoks instead?
Oh, God.
Do you wanna?
No.
I mean, folks, last year, the world's greatest Star Wars holiday special viewing party took place. It was Ethan, Cecil, myself, Jesse, I don't think Ethan's wife stayed in for it.
Nope.
She left. Ethan's wife is a smart lady. She just said nope. But we got together. We had cheesesteaks, pizza, a lot of alcohol, and we watched the Star Wars Holiday Special. And we live streamed it for you folks.
Watched.
Watched.
Was the only
Yeah,
one
poor Cecil. We all passed out. Cecil's the only one that made it through the whole
We
thing.
were trying to get Anna to come on because she was in the chat. She was like, fuck this.
So, folks, if you need some holiday special love, and you don't, you just need some regular love, because whatever, watch that. Don't watch the show. Let's see. Our friend SHS Rebels 08 sends a very generous super chat sticker with a laughing pear. So thank you very much, SHS Rebels 08. StreamYards does not show that yet. So when they do show super chat stickers, I would love to have those dance on the screen. But since we don't have super chat stickers to you know what we'll do now from now on, guys? When we get a super chat sticker like that, we'll do one of these. Did it actually play?
You completely forgot you had a deck you could use.
Yeah, there you go. So that's for you. Is that picking it up as HS Rebels? Like, does that count, or do you want this one right here? I mean, I just like
that's a good one too.
Yeah, don't want to scare Dion.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
All right. This is my favorite one.
Oh God.
Or one more.
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
That's my favorite. Yeah.
Oh, that's a fun one.
That will never, ever get old. Ever.
No, it can't. Because George Bush doesn't.
George Bush doesn't care about black people. That's why.
I swear, if I ever meet him, I'm just going to say, hey, former President George W. Bush, do you finally care about black people?
Yeah.
Dude,
Is it
I would
true
love
what
to see his
Kanye
face.
said?
Are you and Kanye cool now?
Oh God. Well, he's just painting now in his house. That's all he's doing. So.
Well, he didn't win the presidency, so
I don't think he was eligible.
he didn't run. He ran for vice president. On the ballot, it was Kanye West for vice president, and then got like
It's like the American Independent Party had him listed as the VP.
Oh, I thought you were still talking about George Bush. I'm like, he's not eligible to run for president. That's why I was confused there for a second. I'm like, he already had 2 terms.
So I pre-gamed for Thirsty Thursday on Jesse's channel, so that's why I'm starting to power down a bit. Escamanofono says, I got a second job making a comeback after a coof sickness killed my Alex. Reporting on Patreon, baby. Escamanofono, first off, thank you for your super chat, and I did see that. So thank you very much, Escamanofono, for joining us over on Patreon. I greatly appreciate that. And folks, over there, you guys can request stuff. We'd like to know what you guys want. Coming up, we're gonna we're gonna put together a drunk watch along with TMNT film with Quarter Black Garrett. I know Kendo wants to be a part of that. Dion, Nick, obviously, we're gonna be there.
Pigs and pussies folk.
Of course, and I'm gonna have Tom from Midnight's Edge join us as well, because Tom's a huge TMNT fan, and why not have another TMNT fan on the thing, and we'll get annihilated together. Only like WCW.
Sounds like a plan, man.
We just got to make sure that Swinging Cod's at work that day. So, I want to look at. I was out of commission for days after Halloween. My ass slept. How many days in a row did I sleep, Jesse?
Oh my God.
Yes, I was done. What is Tuesday is when I got back. But Escamanophone, I want to thank you very much for doing what you're doing and then wanting to help support the channel this way. It really means a lot. Our friend Fat Steven Seagal says, Fat Steven Seagal loves that body armor. He changed his name again. I guess he beat up Ryan Johnson finally. Dark Fate is amazing. You guys should do Among Us. Is that that's a game, right?
Yep.
Yeah. That's one of the little space dudes. So.
Do you want to play that? Because that's the one I keep seeing, and I go, I guess we should play that. It's
no, yeah. I can get it on Steam. I can get it on my computer and play it. It's not a big deal. So.
Yeah.
Oh, if it's like a game we could all play on Steam, then we could just play it on a stream together like this.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
We got to play that AI-based D&D game.
Which
one?
Yeah,
There's
which
one the listener tells Jesse about, and we're gonna do it on her channel.
The AI Dragon one.
The AI Dragon one.
Yeah,
But we
because
could
I
do
just got the thing from eBay. It came in today, so I'm gonna set that up and see how that works, and we'll see what the setup is. And I'm gonna do that hopefully soon. So it'll be the old school, the thing, Xbox 360 game. So
I am pumped. I'm actually going to watch your playthrough because I know the cutscenes and some of the story, but I don't know the entire game. And that was one of those games. Do you guys remember there was a show on G4? I think it was called it was the cutscenes or whatever, and it told the story of this game. Well, anyway, they had the thing on there, and I remember seeing that. And then on the Tech TV channel, they had extended play that had a review of the Thing video game. And I was like, man, that looks cool. So I've always wanted to play that game and consume it, and I've never known anyone to have
didn't
it.
we? Yeah. Didn't we get a notice or something came up? Earlier in the year about G4 coming back.
Yeah, G4 is coming back,
but is it going to be watchable?
No, because G4 was not watchable when it went out of business.
Okay, and
garbage.
Yeah, and even with the current climate now, I mean, is it even going to be watchable? Is the big question. So,
that's going to be good because G4 went away before the social media became what it was.
Yeah, it did. So that's why because that's why I'm wondering. I was like, I remember hearing that earlier in the year. We got a little thing about it, and I was like, maybe you shouldn't bring it back at all.
No, I don't think you should bring it back at all. Now that you said it like that, but if you handle it the way, you've seen those celebrity live streams or how IGN will have their watch alongs with an actor. If they at least conduct themselves on that level, I think it'll work, and I think it'll phase itself out of existence because the idea of a television based or network based on technology, when then technology is advanced beyond television, is just a dated model in general. If you turn it into a streaming thing or something like that, I can see it living as a streaming base, like an ad-based streaming app, something like that. Whatever Peacock is, but I can't imagine it being more than that.
Yeah, if it was like a Tubi thing and you pay $12 a year to get no ads, that'd be fine. But I could, once again, it wouldn't. It'd have to be really, really low or something like that for it to be even a thing. Maybe make it be part of Pluto TV or whatever, and just be one of their little channels that they supposedly have on there or something. It could be part of VRV. Who knows?
Well, you bringing up all these smaller streaming channels. With this new TV, I am marveling at the shit they give you for free now. Because when you bought a high def TV last time, it's like, oh, you don't have an antenna. All you can do is watch whatever you plug in or get an antenna. But out of the box, it's like, all right, connected to the internet. Whatever this TV has, it has a Fear Factor channel, a Three's Company channel, and all the Family channel, weird cooking channels. It has its own derivative version of Comedy Central, all these weird free channels on Pluto TV. And I'm like, this is the coolest thing. It almost makes it makes cable irrelevant. And and I just like that it's completely free. It's like, shit, I guess they duped me into watching a commercial again.
And I mean, Tubi's fine because I know a lot of independent filmmaker friends who have movies on there that I kind of watch all the time. And, by doing that, you support them. They actually get paid from that thing, so it helps.
Now, one final topic I did forget to mention briefly. It's not a long one. Wonder Woman 84 is going directly to HBO Max as well as a simultaneous theatrical release. What was your takeaway, Dion, when you heard the news this morning?
I mean, if you're HBO Max, I mean that's a smart decision. Obviously, not a lot of people can get to the theaters where theaters are actually open, and what theaters are left open. And you get it on HBO Max. You want people to get HBO Max. This is going to get a lot of people to buy it. I mean, no matter what you think about how 84 looked, people do want to see it. Now, it's not going to, obviously Mulan thought that it was that movie, but and Wonder Woman isn't that movie that's going to break all this crazy ground with movies being released on stream. But a lot of people will go and buy it and go and watch it on HBO Max. And this was the right move to make. That being said, I would have waited. If I'm Wonder Woman, I would have waited at least until 2021 to hope that theaters would be open. Obviously, summer of 2021 is a long way away. So I'm a little torn. If I got a gun in the back of my head, I would have waited. But I won't say that doing HBO Max was a bad idea, especially seeing as Justice League is fucking dead in the goddamn water. Who knows when that's gonna fucking get released? But it's not. I'll say it's not a bad thing. That's as positive as I'll go.
Nick.
Yeah. Well, when I heard about it, I was like, that's a weird thing to do because it's. I assume it's going to be exclusive to HBO Max, so you're not really going to. I mean, is it just going to be on there? You don't have to buy it like you do Mulan, do you?
No.
Okay.
It just shows up.
Okay, so that's good, but again, like, how are you going to make money off that? You're hoping subscriptions go up enough that you make money on it, and that's going to be weird. Also, the theater thing, like, I would say pick one or the other. Don't do both. That's odd because at this point in the current climate and the way the news is right now, people are probably just going to stay home and watch it. That's my feeling towards it anyways, but I can't see a theatrical release doing anything for them at all. I mean, really, it's just right now the way things are, it's more convenient to just stay home and watch it on VOD.
Kendo, what do you take away from it?
I get why they're doing it. I just don't understand what they are. You're not gonna. I don't know if there's any money to be made out of it if you're just giving it away for free on HBO Max. It's like, I don't understand what. Like I said, I get it because it's like, well, we got to get it out there. We just can't sit on it forever. But at the same time, it's like, where do you plan on making any money off of this?
It's very clearly new subscribers for sure. It's definitely new subscribers. It's just. I don't think it's going to be as many new subscribers as they think. It's going to bring in subscribers for sure, but and obviously again they think they are what Mulan was not. Wonder Woman 84 ain't that movie that's going to fucking ignite the VOD craze. It's going to get a lot of money, but it's not going to get that much fucking money.
No, and
it's expensive, dude.
Yeah,
yes,
and the thing with the VOD stuff, it's easier to get it without having to pay for it afterwards, even if you don't have HBO Max. And even then you can do the 7-day trial, watch it a couple times, and then delete your account, and then what? I don't get any money for it. So what's the point?
The best image I saw, it was an image of the press release. It says Wonder Woman will be released on Christmas Day on HBO Max, but they took the words HBO Max and replaced it with the Pirate Bay, and I was like, that is the most accurate thing I've seen all day.
Well, yeah. I mean, because like it's surprisingly easy to do that. You'd be shocked, and to get it on there very quickly. And there are groups or there are people who do that, as their hobby, I guess. And if you have something on VOD, it's really easy to get up on there. It really is.
So when I first heard this news this morning, I was like, okay, cool. We have HBO Max. We share an account or whatever. So it was something we've had since it launched. Is it a good service? Pretty solid. I do have issue with them doing the censorship. Technically. The censorship and the removing of episodes of the Boondocks and stuff. I have those issues. But it's free, so screw it. But I'm not giving them any money. With that being said, though, they're a pretty solid service. This adds to it. I like it in theory. Now, Wonder Woman, let's say this year was normal. That's a great thought. But if 2020 would have been a normal year, I would have seen Wonder Woman in the theater back in the summer. Had Wonder Woman had a Christmas release, Wonder Woman would become less of a priority because travel plans and other stuff like that. That being said, this might have got me back into the theaters because I'm not like I want to go back just to smell the popcorn, experience, people laughing and shit together just, one more time because I kind of miss it. That being said, because it has a simultaneous release and we have HBO Max, I will watch this on whenever we get back. And that's it. I will never buy this movie and I'll never spend money on it. So I think I'm sure there's some kind of marketing and accounting that'll make sense to them. They'll make money, but Wonder Woman will make no money from me, but I will still consume it and talk about it, if that makes sense. Like, it's a weird situation. It's like, hey, this premium product that you would pay money for is now free to you. So, okay, I'm going to take it as a consumer, but I don't know I guess they know more than we know in terms of like delays and openings and all this other stuff around the world.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
So we have a few more super chats rolling. Thank you very much, folks, for supporting the channel. We greatly appreciate each and every one of those. Let's see. So Rob Brantz asks, fun question. Favorite survival horror game? Nick, since you're our resident horror guy, you go first.
I would say Until Dawn. That was like my first introduction into that, and I've replayed the shit out of it. I think 100%. I got all the trophies for it on PS4 whenever it came out. So yeah, I played the crap out of that. I still play to this day. It's a lot of fun.
That's the Hayden Panettiere one, right?
Correct.
Okay. I was telling Jesse about that game and all the details, and then she goes, "Who's Hayden Panettiere?" And I was like, "Oh shit!" So,
save the cheerleader, save the world.
Save the world. Yeah.
Dion, favorite survival horror game?
Oh fuck, dude. You know what? Even though I didn't play it, I just watched. Obviously, I watched Nick play it. I watched so many Let's Plays of it. I downloaded it. It was free. I haven't played it yet, but I'm biased as fuck because it's one of my favorites. I say Friday the 13th, man. That game was just so fun to watch. It was just silly as fuck. And it was fucking straightforward. It was goddamn Jason Voorhees, and I fucking loved it.
I thought you were gonna say Five Nights at Freddy's.
No.
Was it? Did Hillary watch a lot of those videos?
Yeah, I did too. Like the lore is fun as shit, but it's not like the gameplay is invigorating right now.
That is why I never watched another Matt Pat video.
Listen, the only
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh my god! Like I liked his Friday Night at Freddy's story videos. All the other theories and shit I couldn't get a say. And just for the record, I mean, the only people that are bigger pussies than Matt Pat are his fans, because they fucking jump to defend that dude. Oh my god, like that, and that dude's so goddamn sensitive at the same time. Like, I get it, dude. Your wife's on your channel too, but holy shit, don't react to every fucking thing someone says about you. Just make your fucking videos and stop crying all the goddamn time. And we get it. You're a theater kid. We don't have to hear it every 20 minutes. God damn. For the record.
Sometimes it feels good to get that out. All right.
It does, man. God damn, I feel so much better.
So our friend Thunder Robot says 2020 New Year's Eve ball drop. 3, 2, ball gets stuck and goes back up.
Dude, everyone would be like, no.
Listen. If I wake up the next morning and it's January 1st, 2020, I'm gonna be pissed off.
I'm gonna start laying some bets.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real pissed off.
I already did this once. I already know who's gonna win.
Yeah, I'm gonna invest money on the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl.
That would be smart.
That's a very smart bet.
I'd be like, hey Jesse, let's go to Vegas and bet 10 grand on the Super Bowl, and she'd be like, that's stupid, and I'd go, well, I'm reliving this year. You're not. That would be the worst. If you're reliving 2020 and like Dion, if you're
no one else is,
Hillary's not, and so she's just going through whatever, and you're just like, I've done this before, and like the kids are. It would be funny though if you and D2 knew that you were reliving the year, but he's too young to like realize it at the beginning. And it's like thinking about, like maybe about June, he's like, this is all too familiar, and you're freaking out every day, and Hillary and everyone else in your life is just like, it's all normal, it's all fine.
Yeah, dude, I don't know if I can emotionally handle that shit.
Fuck this you're the type of dude I would want to do that to.
Thanks. Some fucking Truman Show shit. Let's see what he does in this iteration.
Dion, when they hired me to be your best friend back in 2008, I
the fucking
$53 million would go a long way.
What's the name of that agency? The Adjustment Bureau? Is that who you work for?
Yeah, I don't work for Dick Jones. I work for Matt Damon.
Wait, wasn't Anthony Mackie part of that as well?
I think so.
I think he was in that movie.
Yeah.
He's a good actor. I really like that guy.
He's the fucking man. I love Anthony Mackie.
And he seems a really cool person.
Yeah, I have never seen him in a film I disliked because he was not in Captain Marvel. TLJ Screwjob says, speaking of Bond, if you don't like Daniel Craig, how can I? You shouldn't like that. You look at everyone. like what you like. That's the real answer. But the answer to this super chat is don't like Daniel Craig. He sucks.
He's
Now
blown
here's
out
something
of
that's pretty
proportion.
awesome. The R-rated show says, "Sup, dudes? Sup, man? Folks, you can check out the R-rated show here on YouTube. Dude that runs it, don't want to say his real name just in case, whatever. But he's a cool dude. He's a big part of our community. He's on our Facebook group. He's an artist. He's all kinds of stuff. So check out the show.
I did a commentary with him over the 1988 Blob recently. So that'll be on his channel soon.
Yeah, tweet that out, Nick, for sure.
Definitely.
Mr. Wolverine 007, that's a great name. He says, if you're gonna go at it, if you're gonna go at it and the house catches fire, I'm pretty sure that's a sign lube is needed. That was the best episode of that show. Ew, maybe Eva Longoria was that dry. Wasn't she married to some basketball player and he dumped her? Maybe that,
Yeah.
Oh,
Tony Parker.
okay. Damn, Dion.
Him and his Bluetooth fucking headphones.
There goes my other family.
Hey, Dion, how's it going?
God damn it, Nick.
Sorry, I want just one. Okay, just one.
Here I come, Dion. Coming
God damn it, guys. I have my dick in my hand, peeing off the balcony, and you're whispering in my ear and shit. almost dropped it and pissed all over myself, assholes.
Oh no, your dick wasn't attached. You dropped it. It's dirty. Wow. Not this much before we go off there.
Oh god.
Yo, Dick Screwjob says favorite WCBS quote. Mine is Kendo, Phoebe Walrus, bitch.
Yeah.
Oh god,
That's
mine
your
will forever be Honey Dick.
It's a good one.
I'm kind of partial of that quote that turned into us kidnapping Harrison Ford and putting him in the basement. But any of the jokes we made on, I don't know, Kendo, my favorite episode has my favorite quotes. We'll just leave it at that. I'm not going to quote him right now.
Ah, yes, that's a dandy.
Yeah. Jack White, thank you very much. He says SJW is the perfect example of why kids need to be disciplined when they act obnoxious. Yeah, you're not going to hear any of us argue with that shit.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, being disciplined, it doesn't mean like the old school, ruler over the knuckles. Like, Dion's got a well-behaved kid. He just knows how to talk to him. So
That's right.
I just think people need to take more time with that generation was TV, internet, take care of it. People didn't take the responsibility. So I think that's reflective. Hopefully, I think the next era like that, Dion's raising and I'll eventually raise, will have avoided that problem because we think that kind of shit's obnoxious. So we're going to make sure 100%. That we avoid creating that obnoxiousness in the world. And tons of people feel the same way. So and plus those people just grow up. So Jenny Fingers, thank you very much for your super chat. There's no message, but I still appreciate it. Eric DeHoff sends us up a thumbs up. Thank you very much, Eric. Andrew Clark says AI Dungeon when? Andrew Clark is the one that's been asking us. One of these nights, guys, I know this week is just off the table because of the holiday and all that shit. But before the end of the year, let's do like a bonus game night where we just play like some shit that we can stream from our laptops and just have some fun with it.
Absolutely.
All right.
Leo Breaker, thank you very much for your super generous super chat. He says, Evening bullshitters, decided to give Spider-Man Miles Morales a chance when I had faith in Insomniac's writing team. So far, I like this iteration of Miles. I enjoyed it enough to try doing it through my first walkthrough. Okay, so that is a fair assessment. Now, I always say this. I do not like the character. I wish he didn't exist. But I also say that I think the third best Spider-Man film is Into the Spider-Verse. So even I can see that your take on it. So cool. Maybe down the road when I get a PS5, I don't feel justified to buy it on PS4, if that makes sense. Like knowing that there will be a better version that I can upgrade to. I would rather just wait because I'm not in that big of a rush. Plus, I really thought to myself, when they redesign the system is when I'll get one. Because the more I look at it, the uglier I just... Plus, I don't know where to put it right now because this TV and the Xbox take up all the space. The PlayStation, where would a PlayStation sit? She doesn't even know. So, Leo Breaker, though, let me know what's up how the story goes. I'm seeing a lot of cutscenes pop up on Facebook, and it's not a game that I'm worried about spoilers. Actually, video games in general, how do you guys feel? I don't think you could spoil a video game because everyone's experience is different for how you achieve, completing the game.
It depends on the game. I mean, if we're talking more open world stuff, yeah. I mean, unless you're watching every hour of someone's stream, it's incredibly hard to spoil everything. And then obviously, it's not like movies where you have to go looking for spoilers. So it's a lot harder to spoil a game, especially for some reason I feel like people are just a lot more apt to not look for video game shit, whereas movies it's harder for some reason. I don't know why, but it's weird.
Miss Ninja Julian Kendo, he says his favorite quote is your Brooklyn Fried Chicken promo.
Oh yeah, dude, the old BFC. We haven't had those in a while.
Yeah, we haven't.
We gotta dust that off. I've been coming up with concepts for our actual show that we wanted to produce this year. So our dream's not dead, boys. It just took a nap for all of 2020.
Yeah.
But it's awake.
It's been hibernating.
Yeah. That motherfucker's hungry, so it's time to roll. We had a few more super chats. First off, our friend Paul Otis. Thank you, Paul. He says, just to clarify, I have seen most of the special edition changes, and I'm fine with most of them. I meant to say anything added after the 2004 DVDs. Okay, so yes, you'll get the rock in front of R2-D2. You'll get the blinking Ewoks. You'll get Darth Vader's "No" in Return of the Jedi. You'll get a different audio mix that's going to sound slightly weird at first. So, yeah, you're going to get some more changes. You're going to get McClunky, which is the worst of them because that's George Lucas putting salt in the wound. So, yes, Paul, there will be more. Be prepared. But the Battle of Yavin will look great. The movie will look the best you've ever seen it, so there are positives. But that was one of the first 4K, restorations done. Tom was talking about it on the High Council, and it shows. Because we looked at Gladiator, and Gladiator looks like a brand new film, and you'd think Star Wars, with all the money behind it, would look even better, but it doesn't. So
that's horrible.
Yeah. Jack White, thank you very much. He says, idea for you guys. Compare and contrast series that take concepts and ideas from each other, but go in their own directions with them. Jack, when you said that, I took a picture because it's a fantastic idea. If you had any recommendations to give me a jumping off point, I mean, obviously I can do that myself, but just to give me a better idea of the concept, yeah, I think it's an amazing idea. And I've been looking for series of videos to make that don't really require a timely manner, as in I can make 20 of them over the course of whatever and then release them weekly for 20 weeks. So a series like that would be a lot of fun. Silent Bob 78, great name. He says, would you guys be interested in watching the Super Sentai series and comparing it to the seasons of Power Rangers? I have the links for the Sentai. If the other guys don't want to, that's something I'd love to do. Even
I'd fucking love to do that. That'd be a fun little adventure, man.
Then
we'll have to seriously sit down and plan that. That'd be fun as fuck.
Yeah, like I said, I know Kendo, Nick, it's a little different for you guys for Power Rangers, but Dion, if you would like to be, what's a good comparison in Power Rangers? Because I don't want to say the outfit of my Zordon because that's not fair. How about the Jason to the Zach? Like, who can be? Is that fair? They're both cool dudes. So
yeah, I'd be down.
I'm taking a picture
Jason to the Tommy. You know what I'm saying?
Well, there's no fight for power. We're just all on the same team. So, Jason got pushed out. Poor guy. He was the better leader.
Wanted to feed his mama.
But no, Silent Bob, our contact information, worldclassbs@mail.com and all that stuff. I'd love that. So if you guys could just point us in the right direction, that's something Dion and I could produce just for fun. We could do we could bounce it off episode. And Dion, I'll even say we should have a little bit of alcohol or something in us, because I looked at a couple of those episodes. They're crazy. So there's some stupid shit you're going to see.
I'm in it.
And then finally, thank you very much, Jack White, for your super chat again. He says Naruto and Black Clover. I took a picture of that with the other screen from our friend Silent Bob 78. So I will look into those, and I will start planning out some ideas. I don't know exactly when, because folks, before we go, Monday will be our Avengers video game video. There's so much news, and I love to make timely, topical videos, but I also like to make in my opinion, the definitive one on the situation of what the situation is, how we got there, and what's next for its legacy. That way it opens up the door for a lot of follow-ups, if it's something that has a continuing saga like the Star Wars toys, or if it's just a one-and-done thing like this Avengers game. But I'm really excited to talk about that one. Now, I keep talking about this Kotaku video. That'll be out on Saturday in the morning because I wanted to wait and push it, but I thought it's too good. So come back for that one too. Dion, have you ever been to a video game website that tries to talk about right-wing conspiracies and white guilt in the middle of a review for My Little Pony?
Can't say I have, buddy.
Wait, what?
That's an exaggeration, Nick, but here's the thing. They do put politics in their articles. They make up shit. They put an article out that said Nintendo had a slur, the word retarded, in one of their songs. The word was retort. The woman didn't believe the fans. Nintendo themselves contacted her, and she still refused to believe it. So they're that kind of website.
Feelings, not facts. It's retarded.
Yes. The video is going to be titled Kotaku, the internet's worst website, and the picture is just a garbage dump with the Kotaku.
Kotaku, the most retarded game site on the internet.
Pretty much. That's what they're. Dude, there's a website for shitty websites. Like, it's a wiki about the worst websites on the internet. Kotaku. I read it in the article. I had to cut it down because it took an hour. So there's a lot.
Oh my god.
Yes. So, folks, we're gonna go. Before, let me drop the link because I'm not actually leaving tonight. You can follow me. You should follow me over to Mindless Entertainment. It's Thirsty Thursday. You can tell we've had a couple in preparation for this stream. So we're going to have a lot of fun over there. Let me drop the link for that right now. One more time, let me drop the link. Folks, make sure you guys are signed up for the, let me put this on the screen too, the Fandom Menace Indiegogo mailing list. This is for the second chance people that wanted to grab Stealing Solo. Remember, this is a completed project, so there you go. But sign up for it here to let us know what you're interested in. Anna and I are working on this. It is a cover drawn by me, painted by Anna. We shared it earlier. This is the definitive image of the Fandom Menace, and we have a day one only exclusive of the High Council and get the OG members on that one. So sign up and get notified, and we're making all kinds of announcements and sharing and having streams and reunions and all kinds of fun stuff to promote the project. But that is coming soon. So, guys, this is the show. We've had a fantastic stream. I'm going to drop Jesse's stream in the link right now so you guys can follow us over there and we can continue to party. Jesse, anything you want to tell the audience about what's going on tonight? Oh, she's got her. What do you want to tell the audience about your stream?
It's going to happen and we're going to not be sober and we're going to talk about boobs.
Awesome. This is tonight's stream, the Titty Committee.
I'm going to say, so it's going to be the Girls Gone Wild episode. Gotcha.
Oh, dude. Yeah. This is, if you are like me and you long for the days of late night Comedy Central commercials, it's the best thing since that. I promise.
Listen, the only two things I remember for those commercials are Girls Gone Wild and Miss Cleo. Okay,
hear me now.
Call me now.
Call me now for a free reading of your boobs.
No. Is that Braille?
Can we get Canada to be Miss Cleo in a skit? Can we do that, or is that going to be a problem?
It's not going to be a problem. The only problem is it's not existing yet. So let's do that. So, folks, you can follow that link over to Mindless Entertainment. Oh, and one more thing. Where's that? Can you send something on Facebook real quick?
Which one?
The Lando or the Pancake thing.
Yeah. Shit.
Yeah. Or if you want to just drop it in our. Okay, probably. One more thing. Our boy Shit Pancake, the cat, the one that we talk about that breaks everything. He's the worst. Actually, he's the best. Had a shitload of ear surgery that had to happen, and so Jesse
and might need more.
So you sent it on Twitter. You said,
yeah.
Okay, nice. Okay, there we go. So for those out there that would like to help, that can help, Shit Pancake the cat. There you go. And Jesse's got all the information over there. So check that out. And
Getting updates, hopefully getting a little boy on camera a little bit too.
yeah, he's out like a light right now.
Aw.
But yes, folks. So and then JesseandJeffBangs.com. Anonymous, that's the best fucking way to close out the show. So actually I'm gonna change my outro because of that one. All right, Dion, Nick, Kenda, you guys ready to go? Anything you want to say?
Free yayo.
Yeah, man. Have a happy and safe Thanksgiving.
Yeah, folks. And make sure you eat as much as possible because remember, the more you weigh, the harder you are to kidnap. So that's why we'll never go anywhere because no one can kidnap our asses. So, folks, from all of us here at WCBS, thank you for watching. Be safe, be smart, be happy for Thanksgiving, but always be excellent to each other.
.com